are live, maybe?
Yeah, boys, we're live.
We're live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, ladies and gents. And gents, all the ladies out there, all 1% of you, all 0.5% of the viewer base.
All the ladies
Big
and
shout
Mercedes.
out to the ladies. Cheers to you. Welcome back, guys. GMA 19. Good morning, Azeroth 19. We said we were going to do it. It was going to be a little delayed, and we're true to our word, man. Here we go. GMA 19. That ale's rubbing off on me, dude. Hey? Yeah, 19. 19. Chilling with the boys, dude. Once again, it's a Saturday, dude. I was missing their messages, Melderon. I was out pulling weeds out of my backyard. I'm getting married this week, brothers and sisters. I'm getting married next weekend.
Is it a pre-wedding weed pulling? Is that a custom?
Yes, it's a tradition in our family that the week prior we go out there and we pull out all the weeds, and then
It's an Orcish tradition, yeah.
It's an Orcish tradition, right? So I'm getting the house looking nice and stuff. Got some people staying over. A lot of the classic WoW people are gonna be there, and by a lot I mean like 4 or 5, but that's still pretty cool.
That's good, man.
You know, it's gonna be tight, guys. And okay, we'll do the intro first, and I'll talk more about that. Defcamp, my brother, are you there? How you feeling, Defcamp?
I'm here. I'm pumped. I'm fucking ready to go.
Defcamp, you know what to do. I'm not even going. Okay.
I don't want to break anybody's speakers, okay? So here's a warning, guys.
I like the singing one you did during when we were warming up. That was pretty good.
Sing? Okay, here we go. I was singing it.
You were like, good, yeah.
No. Listen, boys. We need the prayer of fortitude here. So, fair warning. My mic's probably gonna cut out anyway. So here we go. Good morning, Azeroth. How the hell are you?
How are you, Azeroth? How you guys doing? You guys excited, man? Beta's in the air. People are like thinking beta maybe this week, next week. I was having some hype fatigue. We were talking about this the other day, right? I was getting a little hype fatigue with all the rumors circulating. I was just like, man, like I don't know, man. I don't know if it's really true or not. But I don't know. The hype fatigue is kind of.
It's a real thing. Hype fatigue is a real thing.
Hype fatigue.
Oh man, Holt's my favorite place in the world right now. Holt's in Texas Roadhouse. I'm so jealous.
Oh.
The what?
Holt's waiting in line at Texas Roadhouse. I am jealous right now. I love Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, nice.
It's literally Melderon's favorite place.
What is that? A steakhouse?
Yeah.
Dude, it's good. It's good. They've got banging food. Melderon and I went there, and we called ahead, and we still waited like 2 hours. It was insane.
2 hours? It's that good? It's 2 hour wait.
It's always busy, dude. Always busy.
Always busy.
Holy moly. Sarmonican, subscribe to tier 1. My man Sarmonican, how the hell are you, buddy? Boy in Arizona, man. Shout out to Sarmonican. Big, long-time supporter of the channel. High warlord in the Discord.
Supporter of Classic WoW.
Of Classic WoW in general. Sarmonican, my man. I can't wait to slay some Alliance scumbags with you, dude. Except for doing I can't wait, dude.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Thing's just gonna bubble Hearth out of there anyway.
So that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
My guild would appreciate it, dude.
But okay, so
if you see anyone of the Fellowship, just say hi.
The Fellowship? That's what your guild's gonna be called officially?
Yeah.
I like it. Now tell me more about this Texas Roadhouse though. Like, how are their potatoes? Do they have garlic mashed potatoes?
Oh, the potatoes are amazing.
They have. I don't know if they have garlic mashed potatoes, but they have. You can get loaded or whatever. But my big thing is the steak. I go there for the prime rib. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday they have a prime rib.
Prime tarn.
So
It's really
like $20.
Yo, what is going on? There's a little red thing on the screen. This guy broke Twitch, man. Big ass red donation.
Whoa!
10. Is that a 10? 10,000 Bitterooskies, dude. Coming from Sarmonican. Hype fatigue is real, but this recent beta news / Irvine stuff has renewed the hype for me. We're gonna talk about that today, guys.
Hell yeah.
We talked about it a little bit before, but it's what we can talk about and gossip. Like, we're little gossip girls at the end of the day. But
Sarmonican, thank you though, bro. Last time he did that, I didn't realize how much 10,000 bits is. It's $100.
Guys throwing Benjis in the chat, dude. What a legend.
That's insane. Yeah.
What a legend, man. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you very much. Look to our guard, Texas Roadhouse, best steak around. Okay. So you're a prime rib kind of guy, Melderon? Good to know.
Prime rib and ribeye or T-bone. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Tina Fisher.
A prime rib is a ribeye. It's just prepared differently.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I'm more of a steak frite kind of guy. It's good bang for your buck, delicious. You can eat it every day.
What's a steak frite?
I don't know what kind of cut it is. Steak frite. I think I'm pretty sure it's French. French thing. You probably have it in Belgium, right?
French. It's Belgian, man. It's French.
Yeah, but they have some French influence in Belgium, right? No.
Yeah.
They don't like to admit it.
They don't like to admit it.
It's definitely Belgian.
Okay, it's definitely about
especially the fries.
Are steak frites cut like fries? Is that what they're called, frites?
Nah, bro.
Like, what is
like
it?
they got these little tiny fries, and they're like have aiolis on them and oils on them and all types of seasonings on them. And you got the steak and you got the fries. You got a little bit of a gravy thing going on.
I see. It's steak
So
with
good,
that.
dude.
I understand.
So good,
now.
so
Okay,
good,
got
so
it.
good. Hello,
Yeah,
boys.
those
Tina
frites are
Fisher
great,
holding it
yeah.
down for all 0.5% of the ladies in the chat. Welcome, Lena. Thank you very much, man,
Tina, thank you.
for hanging out with us.
Tina, thank you.
I'll let it go that you're an alliance. You know what? It's okay.
Is
It's
she
all right.
Alliance? Oh, get the fuck out of here. No, I'm trolling. Wait, is it, how's the weather where you guys are at, though? Is it nice? Is it starting to feel nice out?
Yeah, it's spring has sprung.
Oh
dude.
my god, it's beautiful here today, Cargos. It's like 64 degrees. The sun's
Rained all
out.
day yesterday.
Yeah, it rained all day yesterday. We love you, Tina. We're just kidding. We love everybody in here. You know what? No matter if you're Horde, Alliance, I love people that love their faction. I love people that love Classic WoW. When it comes down to it, Horde or Alliance, we all love this game. We're all passionate about this game. We're all on the same team at heart. So,
One team, one fight.
vote Taro Gar for the Alliance, whatever it is. I love it all, baby.
Why does it have to sound that girly,
Because
man?
it's a gnome, dude.
Gnome.
I don't know, man.
For the Alliance!
People that play unironically play gnomes, I still love you, man. I still love you. I still love you. I don't understand you, but I love you, dude. And I still feel we're cut from the same cloth.
Absolutely.
I want to love you, but you eat my Taurens.
We're talking about eating Taran right now, man.
Yeah.
What about Belgium, though? Is it beautiful out there right now? Spring?
It's better. Last week was not that good, but it's about, I think, about 17, 18 degrees Celsius, that is. And now it's getting better. I hope summer.
What does that mean? Is it still cold there, kind of?
No, that's not cold. It's above average.
Okay, I'm a pleb American. I only understand the Fahrenheit.
I was talking to my boys up in Sweden and shit. They said it was like 32 degrees Fahrenheit up there. It's still that cold up there.
It's freezing.
Apparently,
Wow.
it's
Yeah.
about 63 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That
That's
is
really
beautiful.
nice. Yeah.
That is really nice. Got some more Twitch Prime subs and subscription at tier 1s. I am Bofet, longtime supporter of the channel. On your guys' channel, too. I see this guy everywhere, dude. I am Bofet with the Twitch Prime. Thank you very much, brother. And Canaduz, subscribe to tier 1. I think that's a new face. Haven't seen that, heard that name before. Canaduz, welcome to the channel, my friend. Thank you for the support. All right, we got a
Beautiful, beautiful,
okay.
beautiful.
Let's go through the meme competition now.
Yeah,
We did
there's
our-
a lot
we
of
did
good
our
ones this week.
pleasantries.
Yeah.
Mamrick was trolling us, man. Like, okay, let me see if we can see this
Manfred?
on the screen.
Oh man,
Okay,
Blessed.
Blessed mod
What
of the
memes?
memes.
Mod of
Blessed
the
mod
memes.
of the memes.
Got it.
He's a mod in my Discord. He facilitates this meme
Okay.
competition. So
Game of
here's the
Thrones in my-
agenda,
in my
guys. We have kind of an impromptu episode. We don't really do it on Saturdays usually. Oh, dude, I'll tell him at the end, dude. The news with Melderon, but
Yeah.
episode 19 agenda. So we did our greetings and salutations, you know, and now we're gonna do the classic WoW meme competition number 6, little icebreaker, light and polite. We'll go into news and updates, any discussion, forum type stuff. That's the plan. So let's do this, Mr. Mamrix. Meme off. What? Want to say something funny?
I just looked at the first meme. No, I just looked at the first meme. It's great.
I know. Okay, so this might be Omega cringe warning levels coming up. We'll see. The theme of the meme this week, or whatever, the theme of the competition was Good Morning Azeroth. So people had to homebrew up Good Morning Azeroth memes about us. So we're
Oh
about to
god, I
check
can't
this
wait
out,
for this.
man.
Dude, they're so good. They're so good. They're so
We're
good.
about to check this
Oh
out.
my
Okay, you
God.
guys ready? Oh god.
Oh
dude.
yeah.
Oh god. I need some more Modelo. Okay. Here we go.
That first one.
Meme number 1, dude.
Oh.
What if we tell everyone that duo leveling is faster so that we can get to 6? God damn it!
It's
I
so
love
funny
that
'cause
picture of the guy on the
Marcos,
bottom,
that,
too,
That
dude.
picture of the guy on the bottom looks like you in your profile picture where you're like,
That's hilarious, dude. Damn it, dude. They're on to me.
it's so good. Dude, the second one's great too.
That's a
I love
pretty
the
funny
alien
one.
dude. He's so good.
Oh my god.
It's a classic meme formula, for sure.
Yeah.
Meme hype. Oh, Mamrick's in here. What's up? Our blessed Lord and Savior of the memes is in the chat. What's up, Mamrick? Good to see you, buddy. All right, that's number 1. Number 2.
Number 2, I love it.
It's Def Cam. Okay, here we go. We spread the hate around. Brace yourself. Sharding is coming. Yeah, you hate sharding.
Dude, I talk about how much I
Sharding
hate
is
sharding
coming.
in every single
I love how
stream.
our cameras are so shit though that like we're like the most like dilapidated looking faces.
You gotta say it like John, man. You gotta say it like John, Devkin.
You get a what? Huh?
Say it like Jon Snow.
Yeah, winter is coming.
Sharding is coming.
Yo, hamster.
Sharding is coming.
Hamster
in the
dub
house.
in the chat, dude. Stripes on us for sure, dude. Stripes on us. Discord, man. Hamster, welcome, man.
Dude.
Good to see you in here, man. I heard from you in a little bit. You excited, Hamster, for everything going on? What's your take on everything going on, Hamster? Let's keep going. All right.
Yeah.
Oh God, my lord. Like, that's a good. I have to give this guy credit. He found a picture of me looking away perfectly, and he put it on the Drake meme. I like it.
That is perfect.
Soul
oh
shards.
My God.
Dude, people always say it's so bad to make soul shards as a warlock. How is it that bad? What am I missing, dude? It takes like 1 second. You know, like.
Oh,
bro.
Yeah, plus you
farm
get
up
that.
soul shards in,
What's that macro where you can just dump one out every time you make one?
Yeah. I'm just saying,
when
if
you
you
go
need to
to
make them for a
raid,
raid, like it takes like 10 minutes. You can get a whole bag full of them. I don't know. I never
Yeah.
understood.
It does, but it does suck having your entire bags full of shards at all times.
So we have soul bags.
Yeah, but you're not playing like a class that needs to like take off gear, you know, tactically like a tank or a healer where you're like itemizing differently. You're just a damage dealer, you know. Throw on Curse of Shadow or whatever, man. Demonic runes, tapping, shadow bolting, dude. You live in a good life. You don't need to like if you played a tank before, like they have so much gear in their bags, man. Even with healers that they're just constantly tapping. Warlock, dude, I love the quality of life of Warlock. I can't wait to raid as a Warlock. On God, I'm gonna put Shadow Bolt on scroll up on the mouse wheel. And I'm gonna chill, dude. I'm gonna have like 4 monitors, and
You know what else is great too? Like when you go to do get like world buffs, and say you're going to get your DM North buffs, you're always in there first as a warlock because you need to summon people in. So you're always there first. People always summon you first, so you can summon other people. So that's good.
Yeah,
I don't think there are packs for soul shards in the beginning.
you get one at
So,
20. You
No,
get
not
one
until
at 20.
level 20.
Yeah, I have to say, well, okay, this recent, I've been really, guys, I've had a lack of videos, right? I'm gonna admit that, but I've been putting in that work as far as classic prep, dude. I'm trying to get super ready. You know, right, Def? I've been putting in that work. I've been hitting the lab super hard with Navic, optimizing routes, going super hard in the paint so that we can hit the ground, not running. We're gonna hit the ground sprinting. And this recent, you know, iteration of testing, you know, at least in the earlier stages of Warlock leveling, I really underestimated drain life. Especially, I plan on going double Warlock or Warlock Priest, either or. But drain life is actually a pretty phenomenal tool that allows you to end the fight, the engagement, in a pretty healthy balance of resources. And for the longest time, I thought that channeled spells as a generalization as a whole would only start ticking towards that 5-second rule regen, you know, the spirit-based regen, after the channel concluded completely. But what we found with some spells, and I don't know if the private servers have it fucked up, but some spells will start ticking you towards that spirit-based mana regeneration while you're channeling, and then as soon as it ends, it starts ticking. So it's something I'm very curious to see how it's going to operate come on official, you know, classic. But if that is the case, I see massive value in Drain Life, and I haven't been using Drain Soul, improved Drain Soul. I haven't really been using that, which is a very interesting thing. Anyway, I'm digressing here. Okay, number 4.
Number 4.
All right. Everyone, this guy has an infinite value loop while duo leveling. What is this, Jurassic Park?
Yeah, Jurassic Park.
Park.
Oh my God.
I forgot the scene, but this guy's the guy who like
This is when they're planning to
sold the dinosaur egg or something.
Yeah.
Oh my
See,
God.
and then he goes, "See, no one cares." At the end of it.
Oh, I see. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, next one up. Cargo's babe, I'm telling you, dual leveling is the way to level. These are all about dual leveling. You're gonna want to maximize your efficiency ratio, and I've been trying out some new strats with Lock Paladin. Dude, that's mad funny, bro. It kind of looks like my girl too. Oh, man. It's funny. I'm like pacing back and forth in the kitchen, like, God, why don't you understand? Dual leveling is the way, babe.
I can just imagine she's like, this is like fucking torture.
She's like, I just want to eat Thai food and watch shows, man. All right.
Oh my God, dude.
God, you guys gotta give some more to the other boys, though, man. Okay, 24-hour stream, no poop sock, success kid. I like it. That's a good one. This time, ooh, a Good Morning Azeroth one. This time on Good Morning Azeroth, Hillary Clinton has attended Bilderberg meetings. Look it up and open your eyes. And he's peons awoken 3 out of 5.
Awoken. They're awoke. Yeah.
Awoke me.
This next one, dude. This is.
All right, let me see it, dude.
Is this with Theon?
Oh, no. Watch this one. Now look at the
Oh.
faces.
Okay, it might be too small for people to see. Question for Duty Dane. Def Camp, Meldron, and Cargos. You have to F1, marry one, and kill one. Go. Oh god, dude.
First
Look
one,
at their
it's like, look at
faces.
this.
That is funny. Oh, we got a Dunedain one, dude. Look at this one. These are actually
This
pretty
one's
good.
the best. I love this.
For
one.
homebrew memes, these are actually pretty solid, right? These are pretty solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ninth one. I don't know if it's a meme, but it's funny, dude.
Oh
Yeah.
god! Wait, do you notice on the bottom? There's all three of us. Our faces are on the ground.
No, I did not notice
I didn't
that.
see that. Oh
Yeah.
my god, our heads been chopped.
Now it's a
off.
meme. Okay, he attached your head onto like a tail of his charger as a trophy Melderon.
Oh my god.
You seeing that? Can you see that on the stream? That's hilarious.
Oh, is that my
dude.
head?
It's your head on the
Yeah.
tail of his
Yeah.
charger, dude. That's hilarious. I'm decapitated over here. Decapitated over there. God, dude. You guys crack me
Dunedain
up, man.
Greyjoy, dude. It's Dunedain Greyjoy.
That's funny.
That should be my alt's name, man.
Yeah.
Greyjoy.
Is that
Greyjoy.
is this another Game of Thrones thing? It's over my head.
Yeah, it's Game of Thrones.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. He
He
looks.
looks like
Remember
the-
we said he
he
looks
looks
just
like
like
Theon
Theon Greyjoy?
Okay. All right. Let's go next one. Then.
Yeah.
All right. Number, what is this? 10? Okay. Oh fuck. What is this? Okay. Long hair, don't care. Cast fear, drink beer with a Coors Light and hell yeah, dude. I'm switching it up with Modelo today, but I don't know how he photoshopped long hair on me, but I appreciate this. Thank you, dude. The Warlock.
That is that really you?
No, he put he somehow superimposed hair on me. I don't really have any hair. I used to have hair before joining the military.
I
but-
didn't know if that was you or not.
Well, it's me as a bassist, but somehow he put hair on me. But yeah, good job, man. Good job. All right, number 11. Free beer for life or classic WoW? Ooh, it's classic WoW though. It's classic WoW. I would go sober
Yeah.
and never drink another beer for the rest of my life, if it meant classic WoW or no classic WoW existing.
Absolutely, I
Yeah,
agree.
for sure. All right, that's it. So we had 11. 11.
These are
Okay.
really good.
Yeah.
Dude, this is gonna be tough.
Oh, this is tough, dude.
We had-
I don't- oh.
You got to make one for Melderon, dude. Melderon needs to be memed. He made an appearance on the Charger, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really like the F1 Mario one. Just the faces in that one. Dunedain's
Yeah.
face in the second and the last one. He's like, hey.
That's funny, dude. All right. Let me prepare a high quality straw poll.
Oh, here we go. Memederon, yeah. The thing is, Melderon doesn't understand them anyway.
No, these are actually good.
Yeah, these are
All right.
good. Yeah.
This is number 1.
Sharding is coming.
This is number 1. All right, guys. Number 2 is Sharding is Coming. I'm gonna go through them as I type them. Number 3 is Soul Shard Drake meme. Number 4 is Jurassic Park meme. Number 5 is wifey crying in bed alone as I talk about dual leveling. Number 6. 24-hour poop. 24-hour stream. No poop sock.
poop
Success. Number 7. Peons awoken. Okay, winner's gonna win a shirt. So, number 8
All right.
is Dunedain giving Def Camp the look.
Dunedain. Oh yeah. Dude, 8's good. 8 is really
I love
good.
the last two pictures.
Number 9 is Dunedain with our decapitated heads around his paladin charger.
So good.
I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough.
Number 10, long hair, don't care, cast fear, drink beer. Coors Light in hand. The King Can. I like how he chose the King Can, though. I appreciate this, dude. Because I drink the King Cans, yes. And then number 11 is Classic WoW versus free beer for life. All right, so we're gonna drop this straw poll in the chat. Let me see where you guys are at with this, and we'll move on to some more.
What's your favorite?
My favorite's number 8, dude. I think number 8's fucking great.
Number 8.
I love
What
it.
is that? Let me see.
The fucking Mario one, 'cause just the look, dude. The look.
This one is funny, dude. He captured. I love Dunedain's face, especially. It's like slanted, and he's like, "Look at that." That's funny. Dude. Oh man, dude.
Number 1's good too, though. Number 1's good too.
Yeah,
What
if
if
it
we tell
wasn't
everyone that dual leveling is?
if it wasn't myself in 8, I would have voted.
Yeah.
I have to vote for 8.
For 8.
But yeah, but one is
Okay,
really.
fuck it. I'll vote 8.
really
Let's
good.
go. Let's see.
Sharding is coming. That's fucking good, dude.
8's winning, dude. It's 12.
Oh,
number
shit.
1. It's actually between number 1 and number 8 right now. They're tied.
I like how 3 of those are about dual leveling.
I know. Man.
one's
I'm
pulled
like
up
a
ahead.
broken record.
Dude, you are the duo level. You are the duo level
We're getting more participation with this meme stuff though. This is good, man. Thank you guys for participating in this and voting, and you know, it's a little bit corny, but it's, you know, it's lighthearted fun at the end of the day.
It is, dude. It's so much fun. I mean, this community is fucking great, dude.
Dude, number 1 is actually winning. Let's see. We'll wait another minute or two.
I love the face. I love the face.
Which one was that again? Was that the
number 1?
Oh god, dude. It's actually faster though. I'm not even trolling. It's actually so legit, man. Try it.
like, have you locked in a duo partner yet?
No, I haven't, man. I've been practicing with Natic, but he's going with Egregious, man.
Guys, the duo leveling king hasn't even locked in a duo leveling partner yet. I think that tells you something.
Oh god.
I think that tells us something.
All right, it's looking like number 1 is taking it, dude. So taking it. Yeah. So let's see who made this one.
Yeah, let it get 2 more votes, I think, and it's done. Okay. 1 more, make it even 35.
So if you guys want to participate in this, in my Discord, we're gonna probably move it over to the classicwow.live Discord eventually. But in my Discord for now, we have a memes channel, a dank memes channel, and Mamrick facilitates this for us every week, which I'm very happy about. Revin Trevin, dude. Last Tuesday at 8:44 p.m. submitted this one, dude. My man, Revin Trevin. Congrats, my boy.
Congrats.
It's over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. Thanks, guys. We'll move on to them.
We should start putting these up on the classicwow.live website because I made a
meme. Yeah. If you, Maverick, if you're here, if you haven't got get an account and then paste the memes into Def Camp's forum post, so we can have them all somewhere people can see them. That'd be great.
Yeah, I can link the forum post just real quick.
Cargos, if you want a dirty horde, I'd join you as a frost mage, which you know how it is. Go gnome or go home. Oh my god. Gnome mages are like, dude, I don't know. If I had to play a mage on Alliance, I would. I don't know, man. The gnome starting area is just so good. Have you guys leveled up in that gnome starting area? That gnome dwarf?
I hate the gnome starting area, dude. I mean, the very beginning. I love Dunmoreau, but
you don't like the first area,
Cold Ridge Valley? It's OP, bro. There's like 40,000 mobs walking around. You don't even have to make a decision.
I like it.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I'm thinking.
I'm saying in the other starting zones, you actually have to choose. Like, okay, am I going to engage this level 1 or this level 2 and take the chance of the spell resist or whatever, or what? I mean, hunters don't have to worry about that too much. But
yeah,
Cold Ridge Valley, there's like 40,000 mobs in that little area, dude.
No.
I
totally forgot that dwarves and same place. I haven't played. Literally never leveled in.
Neither
I
have I.
totally forgot.
I leveled a dwarf though.
Place. Yeah, but I just remember they start in the same place.
If you compare it with human and night elf,
it's very fast, dude. You can do a lot of tactical deaths there. Yeah,
to me, it's less interesting, honestly. I like the human music, the night elf music, the atmosphere there. I kind of miss that.
Dude, the night elf place is no joke, dude. Especially the Pharaoh Den.
It's no joke. Yeah, some people the people that are really into speed leveling on the Alliance side, they either go Night Elf and they stick it out there, or they go the Gnome Dwarf and they like die their way over to the Night Elf area and resume in Darkshore on the Alliance.
Because there's less competition, or
you only play Gnome if you have a propeller head on your dome.
Apparently, the XP per hour arcs over in Darkshore are insane. They're very good. It carries you for a long way. And compared to the Westfall, I love Westfall. Shout out to Westfall. Westfall's beautiful. I really do love Westfall. Very iconic zone. But it's a fucking disaster to level there. I don't know, man. Like, all the quests are all over the place. You have to get a little gizzard here, a little kidney here, a little Adam's apple over here. Like,
dude. But it's so fresh. If you come from Elven, totally different. That's what I like about the human area. Every new area you join, it totally different geographic style and atmosphere.
Dude. Melderon pointed this out, though. Any quest that has anything to do with a fucking vulture is horrible.
Horrible. Every quest that has you kill a vulture or some kind of friggin' carrion bird is horrible.
Yeah.
The drop rate's so bad.
And every quest that makes you kill a vulture, and it's either there's none of them around, or their drop rate for the item is like
so low, and they knock you down. It feels terrible getting knocked down.
Yes.
You get cleaved and knocked down and stuff. Cargo's Warlock, or Warlock Priest. I'm either or. I could go either way. There's honestly different advantages to either one. What I will say is I'm leaning more towards Warlock because when you duo level as the same class, everything is perfectly aligned. Your damage win condition, your weapon progression, everything is perfectly aligned.
3 mana,
and
40.
it's almost like you're just like operating at 200%, and you reach those breakpoints of efficiency way faster when you are, you know, of the same class. With that said, there are some really particular skills that can really change the game, like stuff like Wind Fury, right? I mean, stuff that really can enable another class to perform at a higher level. But
I have a question though, Cargos.
I just put a meme of dual leveling on the slide.
oh,
Nice. So as a warlock, right? You have to get that talent point. And do you get improved drain soul at first, right? So you get that.
no, you don't get that, dude. We've
Okay,
done this.
because I was gonna say, because you got to make sure the priest gets the last hit to get spirit tap.
Right, exactly.
So you don't need it as
especially as duo leveling, Drain Soul is very devalued. And especially as Warlock duo leveling, dude, you're never getting that thing consistently. Think about it. You have like 4 dots per person on the guy. How are you going to get the killing blow?
It would be hard though, right? As a priest to get if the Warlock does have the target dotted.
It's true. It's very true. So but you can save your Mind Blast for it, or you can somehow get better. But the thing is, like, the thing with Priest, the reason why you do a level with the Priest in general is the high sustain. Priests have very efficient globals. They only throw a few globals out there. They're really sitting at a really healthy mana total a lot of the time.
Yep.
When you do a level with a Priest, your sustain is going to be high. It's just kind of, it is what it is.
Missed you guys last week. Keep dropping
look at
the classic strategies.
Super
Can't
chat.
wait to play with all of you guys and gals.
Hell yeah, dude. THC Force goes with the 25 bucks, man. That's good money, dude. Thank you very much, bro.
Thank you.
Yes. I mean, just yes, dude. We've been talking a lot, right? For months and months on end. I can't wait, from the bottom of my heart, from the deepest corners of my soul, I can't wait to actually play with these fellas.
I know, dude. I can't fucking wait
To be on the same server with all these different personalities that we've got to know over the last years. And that I can log in and message Meldron and be like, hey, dude, you want to do, strat? Or you want to do, like, DRD or something?
Tanking, dude. Oh, it's going to be great. As a shaman, it's going to be fucking awesome.
It's going to be an era, dude.
Yeah.
I'm going to...
Doing a lot of research.
To the world, I'm gonna be in my house all day. All my neighbors are gonna think I'm like a hobo hermit, but I'm gonna feel so like social. Like, I don't know, right? Like it's gonna be just so many friends all over the place once we start playing this damn thing. I don't know, man.
It's gonna be a lot of fun, dude.
I can't wait, guys. I mean, this is gonna be literally like the time of our fucking lives. I mean, not only are we going to be able to play the game that we've been wanting to play for so long, but we get to do it with this amazing community that we've grown together. And, like, I mean, dude, from this community, from day one, from before, Cargos and I and Meldron and Dunedain all met up. I mean, what we've become with from day one, the people that joined have been here the whole time, and what it's grown into has been absolutely fucking beautiful. It's so fucking amazing.
How's your guild doing, by the way?
We got a lot of people signed up already.
There's a lot, man. We have multiple raids already filled up.
What guild will be the best alliance
we have a new donation.
EU
nice.
servers, and why is it the Fellowship? Dunedain for president.
Relative with the $5, dude. Who will be the best alliance guild on EU? I have no doubt it is Dunedain's guild. Dunedain, you want to talk on that for a minute? Thanks for the $5, man.
Yeah, I actually want to do that. So our guild is really growing a lot the last few days, actually. We went over 40 members now, so we can, if everyone shows up, please, we can start raid. And I feel like our community is building rapidly. We had some guild meetings which I missed for some reason, but I've been active on the voice channels today and the last few days. It's really great. People start building a community already. Can't wait to start playing with them.
For what it's worth, man, as a Horde player looking at Alliance, I think Dunedain would make an amazing GM, dude. He's so balanced and, like, rational and stuff. Like, I'm way too hype and shit to be a GM, dude. That's why I think you would be a good GM too, Melderon, man. I think you're gonna be.
Melderon would too.
Great.
You know what's gonna happen though? Like Dunedain's gonna lay down the law at some point. Like stuff's gonna start like not going well. He's gonna be like slamming his hand down.
Hell yeah,
You don't know the dark side of Dunedain.
I think you need a Paladin GM too, man. They're like the lawbringers, dude. The Paladin GM, it has an effect.
Paladin
man.
GM.
What if
dude,
you had a
like
Warlock GM? Would you trust that GM, dude? If it was
or a Rogue GM?
Rogue
GM?
Rogue
No.
GM? Fuck no, dude. That guild bank's gonna be looking
Shaman
sketchy.
or Paladin
Dude.
GM, I
Or
think is
priest,
the way to
or
go.
priest GM. I can trust.
Priests maybe. I don't really trust priests.
priest of the dark side.
I hate you guys.
Melderon only trusts shamans, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Earthen Ring,
Funny,
right?
dude.
What about a druid? That'd be
Druid, no,
Druid
Druid
would be
would be good.
cool.
Druid would be
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a hunter.
Druid,
Yeah.
Hunter
A
GM?
hunter? No.
Maybe. Defcam
I'm
fucking
gonna need
hates
that.
Hunter, dude. I don't understand
I'm
why
gonna
he hates
need that.
Hunter. He hates
I'm
Hunter.
gonna need that.
That's
I
true.
hate Hunter. Okay, as a priest, there's nothing worse than just, oh, you're running around minding your own business. Oh, I just got a fucking viper stung. And then just draining my mana. They literally hit one button. Like, I have to hit like mana burn. You have to hit,
One
drain
button.
mana.
And they just dance around
One
you
button.
laughing at you, bro, with the
I'm
viper
just
sting
draining
on
your
you.
mana with one button. Like fuck
I love when it's
dude.
like a level 40 guy too, and it's doing it too. You know?
Yeah. And it never
it's like-
resists or anything. They just still drain your mana. And
That's the
like,
nature of
what do
ranged
you do?
physical, dog.
And then they just run
Yeah.
away, and I can't even put a dot on them because they're running away. Like
It's
little
got to be
bitch.
infuriating getting mana drained as a priest, right? Is it rare? Is it really
It is.
upsetting?
It's
I
literally.
felt dirty
literally
mana draining you the other day when we were dueling, dude. I was like, dude, this is kind of the cop out way to beat this guy, dude.
Yeah,
Literally
but
draining his mana.
what I did notice though, if you go that build, a better build for me would be like a smite priest to do. So we were having some good duels, but I did manage to fear you into the water and kill you before you drained my mana that one
That was a
time.
good one. That was a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. But we had, dude. I think Shadow Priest Warlock is probably some of the most fun duels I've ever had
Yeah.
because they have like Warlocks just have so many things up their sleeve, and as a priest,
That
your
Fell
thing
Hunter
was-
is scary too, right? That Fell
you
Hunter,
have to
dude.
use Fell Hunter. You have to, because first of all, you need to dispel my shadow protection because that's a lot of your damage right there.
Yeah.
And all my buffs, you know what I mean? Like when you dispel my buffs, when you silence me. But Fell Hunter, like a really good warlock, dude. When you're dueling another caster, have to use Fell Hunter.
Mhm.
So strong. I was wondering though, like, would it be more beneficial to me to just try? Because you had a lot of health. I don't know how you were able to like, but for the first like, were you using shadow protection potions?
I ended up using shadow protection potions.
Okay,
yes,
okay. Because I was
Well,
wondering.
no. Also, I
did too.
I also
did
had
too.
I also had the ability though. So warlocks have a shadow absorb.
Yeah, but I just dispel that shit.
But I had a lot of shit on me though, bro. I was putting up
True.
every
Dude, I
trash
told
buff
you,
I could possibly find.
I went dispelling you. I literally went dispelling you.
Yeah.
But that's why I sometimes I like dueling, just like just whatever buffs you can do on yourself. But I mean, it was a PTR, you can do whatever. But dude, it's so crazy the meta. Like when you start getting all those PvP trinkets, all those PvP items, the meta changes so
Both
much.
having
Like,
title charm and shit, dude.
Oh
Like,
my
I
God,
really
and
want
both
title charm on
having
this server,
Rocket Helm.
boys.
Oh,
Can
I
we get
know,
title
dude.
charm? Like, I'm gonna try and swing over there when I'm in the mid 30s and try and pick it up. I'm trying to scoop
You
it.
have to, dude. It's too good.
gonna
It's
try.
too good.
Real
And the
quick,
Rocket Helm.
Sloth DK subscribe to Twitch Prime. Thank you very much, dude. Welcome
Hell
to the
yeah.
channel. And Sarmonican says, how many bits do I have to get a lifetime subscription for cargo summons? My man Sarmonican, you've done so much for the channel, dude. I will summon you. You already have that, bro. You already have that.
Yeah, Sarmonican, you got summons. You got for helping us over here too at the Def Camp Meltdown. You got unlimited buffs as well, my brother.
Oh,
so.
Navix in here, he says cargo's uses it all. It's true. I'm a bit of an engineering. Like, I love being like Inspector Gadget and just whipping out random shit. Like, I don't know if anyone likes that, but I'm the scumbag that likes to use every engineering thing possible, man. I don't know.
Yeah, it's fun though, dude. Like I was using my shadow reflective on you, and I think I got you to fear yourself a couple times. That was funny. But the best is when we both start the duel and we both use our rocket helmet, charge each other.
Yes,
and then
yes.
Get go. That was great.
And then you gotta freaking skull that, dude.
Skull and yep,
Yeah.
the skull impending doom. Yeah, it's so funny because every time you would get something in, you would add something, I would add something, and yeah, it's a lot of fun though, man.
Vanilla duels
I mean,
are awesome, man. There's so
Vanilla
much you
duels
can
are
do.
beautiful,
It
and
is so
you
good.
really don't feel like, even if you lose, you feel like, oh, I learned something. You know what I mean? It's not like every time you lose, every time you duel, you learn something. About the other class, about your class. It's great. It's beautiful.
Do you like dueling, Melderon and Dundane? Do you partake?
Not
It
as much
depends.
as you guys.
No,
Melon
it-
doesn't like
same.
dueling me.
It depends on which expansion. I played a few expansions, PvP only, and then obviously I dueled a lot. But it's not something I enjoy particularly
Okay. Yeah, a lot of people are like
much.
that. Yeah.
So, yeah.
I hate dueling Def Camp, so he just fucking silences me. He's like, I was like, all right. And then I was like, I'm gonna cast something, and he's like, boom, 6-second silence. And I'm like, now I'm dead. I mean, it's like,
And then right after that, I fear you. And then Like I always make sure I kill Shremmer Totem too right before I feed.
Yeah,
him.
he kills all my totems.
Yeah.
I put a totem down, he kills it. I put a totem down, he kills it, and then he just silences me. And then it's like by that time the dots have eaten through me.
He literally
So,
didn't
like-
cast one thing except for like his totems, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm like trying to tell him like what to do. I feel well. I mean, Shadow Priest is a really hard duel. And the thing about Shadow Priest is it's not really even that hard. Like you literally can press 2 buttons and fear and silence and do some damage, and like it's really not that hard of it. But I mean, I think shamans have so much nuance involved, like, you know, when to put your totems down, what to do, and I love that, and warlocks as well. But I want to talk something about like hunters real quick, because I've seen such a huge difference, right, between like a crappy hunter and an amazing hunter.
Oh yeah.
And so like, what in your experience, Cargo, is like, what is the difference? Like what
the
is
win
that
condition that I like with hunters as a personal playstyle is playing cat and mouse and being like the person like high finesse, like just whittling people down as opposed to just trying to man fight them. I don't like to man fight them as a hunter. I like to really whittle them down, keep in and out of range. Yeah, keep in and out of range, keeping Viper stings up on them, you know, doing some chip damage on them with the pet, being able to reset, knowing how to like scatter into trap, knowing how to just, you know, feign into trap and think on the fly. You have a lot of control as a hunter. Like if you go that spec where you can pick up scatter shot and intimidation, you have a lot of different, you know, tools, man.
I have to say, I loved dueling Def Camp on his mage when I was my hunter. That was pretty easy.
Oh yeah. Now
That's
you
like
love that. Yeah.
Easy mode. Like I would just like turn on Beast of Your Wrath. He tries to like polymorph my pet. He can't.
Yeah.
And then I just strafe and just like Viper Sting and just run away.
It's hard because I couldn't like freeze his pet. I couldn't polymorph his pet. Bestow Wrath is such a good cooldown in PvP. Like that's why I understand. Like, so I know Marksman is great, right, for PvP and all, because you have so much more utility.
You just need scatter, bro. You need scatter, bro.
Right?
Yeah, you can still get scattered though if you go BM. Yeah, BM is really good.
Oh right, yeah.
You just can't get Bestial Wrath. That's the thing. You can't go deep enough to get the last talent, but you can go down in BM to get Intimidation and Scatter. What you're gonna see if you go get Bestial Wrath as a hunter is when you Bestial Wrath, the people will just try and like not engage you. Like they're just gonna be throwing up a lip or some type of thing. They'll try to blink away. Just try not to engage you and make you waste that cooldown, and then you're gonna be wishing you had Intimidation. The good thing about Intimidation is it's your pet can use it. It's not you. You know what I mean? So you can very very.
But
strong.
I think as a mage, the best play is to just ice block Bestial Wrath as long as you can.
It's a good play.
Right?
Yeah, it's a good play if they have it up. See, there's stuff you can do like that to try and create as much space as
possible. But then you let me range you. You know what I mean? Now you let me just get so far away from you.
As a mage, the best thing you do against a hunter is blink into it. You know what I mean? That's what I try to do. But then when he uses Bestial Wrath, he like, and then I gotta admit, like my gear, I had all plus frost damage gear. So at like level 50, I had like just over 1k.
Yeah, dude, I don't think that's the best way to level mage, dude. I think you should.
No, it's not. Definitely not in
PvP.
But I mean, I you know me. I like to just buy whatever shit I can.
Yeah.
You know, but mage is definitely a class that I'm trying to learn more at. And mage is like one of those fucking classes that it's so good at PvP, but you really got to know what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Do you guys feel that dueling is a necessary thing to become better at the game?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Practice. Everybody needs to be able to hold their own, dude. Like on some dog eat dog shit. Like if so, you know, you got to be able to throw down. You got to be able to throw hands when you need to. Like it's. I don't know. Like it's just. There's.
I always feel like if you don't, you can basically clear all raids and don't duel, and then you duel and you feel like you're shit at the game. Yeah. So I actually feel like dueling is really important to really get a little bit better.
It is, absolutely.
If someone drops that duel flag to you and you're constantly the dude hitting decline, it feels bad, dude. It feels bad. Like if someone challenges you to a duel, you need to throw some hands. Like you need to know what.
Unless he's like 10 levels higher than you.
Even though it has nothing to do with pre-mades. Even though it has nothing to do with that. It's just.
Yeah.
And
think of it as a learning. It's a chance to learn. I mean, it really is.
Do you build respect to someone if someone can duel well, right? Like if someone can duel well, you like okay, I respect you a little bit more, man. Like,
but Mac is a good question. Like the whole dead zone thing, it's not as easy to exploit as you think it is. You have to really know what you're doing, and the hunter is not going to allow you in their dead zone if they're good.
Think about all the things you can do. You can rocket helm them. You can feign trap. You can scatter trap. You can Bestial Wrath and get away. You can just wing clip and try and get out of range as well. There's a lot of ways you can get out of that dead zone.
Have you ever done what Viv? So Viv says, have you ever heard of spell damage hunter?
Yeah,
PvP?
I'm linking the
I've heard of
video
it in
from Getting
PvE.
AI right now.
I definitely checked it out in PvE before because they do a lot of damage, especially with their traps. So what is it? Explosive trap, right? When you have a lot of spell power, that shit does a lot of damage. But I didn't know there was an actual PvP spell damage.
All these
hunter,
my question to all these spell based like strange builds and stuff like that, like when we were talking about that paladin build, Spelladin, hunter, like people are having a lot of success on the private servers. I think it was Zsetto, right? Shout out to Zsetto. I think he was doing spell power hunter and having a lot of success with it. And basically, in essence, to explain it to you guys, spell power hunter, you're using oils and shit, and you're pretty much, instead of using aim shot, you're using arcane shot and serpent sting and like these things that are actually scale with spell power instead.
And that's all instant cast too. That's really good.
And also, I think what else is also based on arcane is what's the one with the arrows coming down? God damn it!
Volley.
Volley. Yeah, Volley is also arcane.
That's
funny,
I think.
It is.
Yeah,
that's
I think so. I think it's based on arcane damage as well. Yeah.
What's really cool is that a 14-year-old game still is developing.
It's true. I don't think we have the meta fully figured out, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of hunters out there who know how to play offensively but have no idea what to do defensively. And that is really the good mix between a good hunter and a bad hunter. Like you'll see a hunter who just sticks your pet on you and stays back and just sits there unless you're, you know what I mean? That's all well. That doesn't take much talent though. It takes a lot of talent, however, to get a rogue open up on you as a hunter and get away and know how to reset and then keep that rogue away from you.
Generally speaking, concussive shot on cooldown, and you have a lot of tools to a hunter as a reset. So just try and push for that reset before you try and put any dots up on him, and try and start the fight on your terms. If you start the fight on your terms as a hunter, you're well positioned. You are.
Yeah. But it's crazy. Like as a hunter, like I was as my shaman before, not dueling one, just killing one in world PvP. He got the jump on me, right? Concussed me. I put an earthbind down and try to keep his head away, and he just kept concussing me. And every time I got close, he would feign death trap, right? And he did it like 4 times. Luckily, I had enough mana to keep myself healed, and as soon as I got to him, I one-shot him. But if I didn't get that Windfury proc, he probably would have killed me. You know what I mean? Because literally every time I got close to him, I was in a trap, and then it scatter, and then it reset, and it's just really hard.
It's frustrating to play against hunters, man. And same with Viper's Sting. People say, oh, you can just dispel Viper's Sting. You can actually downrank Viper's Sting and use the cheaper one because people are going to be dispelling it. And dispelling costs mana, bro. Like, you're actually we're going to run out of mana dispelling that shit. Like, you're still going to have kind of the same effect. They're using globals while your pet is slowly chipping them down. I don't know. It's crazy. Real quick, Vitamin Clutch, subscribe to Twitch Prime. Welcome to the channel, my friend. New face in here, dude. Vitamin, thank you very much, my friend. Welcome,
brother.
Yeah, and I think that's like when we made that class selection guide where we ranked each class. We did rank hunters very low in PvP, and I want to explain why that is. I believe that the vast majority of hunters will not know how to play them in PvP. The vast majority, I'm talking like 85%, are just going to pick them because it's an easy leveling class. And the solo capability, and for your just ability to have a pet and shoot from afar. The people who really, really know Hunter well are going to really be few and far between.
Because a lot of people that are very good players, like very high 200 IQ players, they look at the Hunter class, they look at the potential, and they go, yeah, you can be pretty solid and competitive with this class if you go the extra 9 yards, like just like any other class in the game, right? But usually those players generally gravitate towards classes that can go, like warriors and shit like that, right? So it's few and far between to see a really good hunter. But what I will say, and don't take it from me, take it from people like OG Haptics. He put out that PvP class selection guide, right? He put in that guide. I watched that thing like 10 times. I love that video, bro, if you're watching this.
I love that too, yeah.
He said hunters are potentially the strongest open world PvP class. And I'm partial to agree with him, dude.
Absolutely.
I love the play style of hunter, dude.
Open world? Absolutely. Dude.
Open world
However,
PvP.
They don't have that many benefits like in a pre-made, right? Whereas like a mage is way better to bring, because they also have the slows, but they have roots, they have poly. When you're forming a pre-made group, maybe like one hunter is good, but but when it comes, that's another reason that played into it. So in the form
like
of like
Lucas said, if hunters get the jump on you, it's a huge uphill battle.
You can't run away from hunter though. That's the thing. Unless you have help, man, it is really almost impossible to run away from hunter.
Maybe
almost
a druid can.
Even druids, I can catch them, bro. I can catch those guys, man. I don't know, especially if concussive procs, man, and you have the same consumables they have, and if they skull and they fucking whatever it's called, FAP, like you can't really stop them. But if they don't have those too, like I don't know.
I mean, because with the improvement as a hunter, you get what 36% movement speed. Is it
36?
Yeah, with Imcheetah, yeah, 36%.
Yeah.
And Druid has 40. So I mean, with concussive, it's going to be you can get away eventually. Time and your pet can go after them as well.
Exactly,
So,
and if you use intimidation and they shift out of that. Remember how much mana they're using shifting in and out of form as they're trying to get out of your slows. You know what I mean?
And how what's the speed on dash on when your hunters
60%.
Wow,
60%.
Yeah.
So there you go.
But they're also moving 30% faster outside with bestial swiftness.
Yes,
so
yes.
You get some addition. I don't know if there's a diminishing return on it, but the
doesn't
pets
stack.
are very fast. You can intimidate.
Yeah.
You do whatever you need to do. But if they're missing some of their major cooldowns, like stuff like skull, stuff like if they don't
remember though, you can fear the pets as a druid though.
That's true. That is true.
You're scared.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Fear beast.
Scare
beast.
It's a
no. You're
scare
right.
beast.
Hibernate.
Hibernate. Hunters.
Hibernate. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Not fear them. I meant hibernate.
Sleeping.
Yeah, hibernate.
Yeah. So
what's a hunter on hunter duel look like? Do you just scare each other's beasts? Like
No, I don't usually do that. I mean,
usually if you're a marksman, it's more of a play on like aim shot kind of. You're getting more damage from the hunter.
let's see who did that.
Here's some dollar
I've gotten a few.
Papa
Shame
Moon.
on Dane for
There you
not
go,
showing
Papa
up
Moon.
to the Frist Guild.
Oh God.
Meeting in the fellowship, love you guys
Uh-oh.
much, homo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did
someone
you
got
go to
called
your
out.
first
Papa
meeting,
Boone. Thanks for the
Thank you
Yeah.
guys much, homo.
He voted to kick me, but yeah, he's a good guy.
Thanks for the 25, Papa, dude. Every stream, man, this guy is contributing
I like
and
this
stuff.
guy.
He likes to bust people's balls.
Yeah.
He's like Meldrod. Meldrod likes busting people's balls, dude.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I think people don't get it. Like, maybe it's a Philly thing. I mean, you guys do it in New York, though, too, right?
all the time, bro. We grow up watching.
Australians are the same way. Australians. Are the
Yeah,
same
I mean,
way.
we don't. If we don't break your balls in Philly, that means we don't like you.
Exactly.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Like it keeps people humble too. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
as you're growing up with people, like you're always busting. No one's immune from that.
That's
you know?
what we do.
You're
We always
gonna
bust balls, dude.
You got to be busting balls. Does that even
Yeah.
make sense? Do you know what that is? Doing that, just making fun, like teasing each other. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I go out with my friends, it's just a constant hours upon hours of who's making fun of who for like hours.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's
But
like,
it's all fun and games, you know. What I mean?
but for outsiders are like, guys, you guys are horrible to each other. I'm like, no, you don't get it. Like that's, I don't. Yeah.
It's that East Coast,
fun.
the East Coast mentality.
Yeah.
Australians are very much the same way, though.
To come back on the duels,
Yeah.
the first time I dueled, I felt like it was kind of random and there's not much skill involved. But the more you play it, the more you see that this game is it really has a high skill cap for most of the classes.
Oh my
I feel.
god, it does. Yeah.
I love. How,
I only found it out in no problem. I only found it out when I started playing PvP, and I started only in the Burning Crusade. So I did some raids in vanilla, and I felt kind of badass. But I was a total noob. If I look back at it, I didn't know how to duel anyone, and you only see it when you really try it later on.
It's like pull-ups, dude. The only way to get better at dueling is to duel. That's it.
Yeah.
You have to
Yeah.
duel. You just have to duel. Like, you just have to go for it. Do it with your close friend. Do it out of sight, out of mind of people. But you just got to duel, and you got to get into it. And, like, you don't want to be that guy who just is constantly hitting decline. And
Exactly.
just not willing to participate. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
it's important.
To
It's part
me-
of the game, you know.
To me, the best part about vanilla dueling is the amount of nuance that you bring, right? And what I mean by nuance is like so for example, knowing like when if a mage is running to you, okay, he's about to probably, use his Frost Nova, and what you can do to either get away from that, like knowing what's going to happen, using abilities and weaving them in here and there. The nuance that's involved in vanilla dueling is like, to me, in retail, everything's very counter this, counter that, counter this. We do this and then we do that, but in vanilla, it's very much what else can you do? Like like there's a string of options that you have.
Oh, in retail,
so many different things you can do.
Sure.
And like especially when you add the amount of other consumables and things that you can do, like, whether it's a free action potion, whether it's a title charm, or whether it's just knowing your class really well. Like the amount of nuance with so many different classes in vanilla.
I want to
is
say
fucking
something
amazing.
about retail real quick,
Okay,
if I can.
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
So, in retail, basically, the PvP is now just doing your rotation, and even kicking someone, it doesn't really matter anymore. So you just wait for the healing debuff to become really high, and then it's basically who crits more and who does this rotation more. So there's nothing reactive, so it's kind of dumbed down.
Yeah.
What I will say is that just between primarily the offhand selection you choose, the trinkets you choose, which potion you choose, right? And obviously you have the whole beast that is talents. That adds, like, the cool thing about vanilla is you have just between those slots, if you choose the right items in those slots versus a certain matchup, you can like really drastically sway that matchup, right? Like you have the game gives you the tools to win against certain classes. Right. And I feel much less restricted than in future iterations of the games. I feel like that if I did have these consumables, if I did have these items, if I did have a shadow reflector, or if I did have a skull, that I could win against these classes. And it feels bad when you feel helpless and you feel like, damn, dude, that's just an unwinnable matchup. That it feels bad, and I don't think vanilla has unwinnable matchups. You know, like I don't know. Maybe if everyone is perfectly spec'd against each other in that perfect, you know, there's going to be some potential unfavorable matchups or unwinnable matchups, but that's not the case. You catch somebody lacking out in the open world, you know, and if you're equipped to go up against them, they're gonna, you know, you can win that. I don't know.
Swiftly proved that, right, with his duels.
Yeah.
Warrior duels.
I was gonna say, what's up, VX Cosmos? How you doing, brother?
Oh, and, Cosmos. Yeah, I saw that the Death Talk with him.
Yeah, dude. It's got a lot of views already. But
Davik says dueling cargoes is expensive. This guy will fight you without even using class abilities, just engineering trinkets. It's true, yo. You guys know the big one? Let me show you the big one. Let me pull it up real quick. It's actually really funny, man. There we go. The big one. I'm gonna be that. Oh, dude, I'm gonna have every engineering item.
I don't like using. I don't like using.
Not
like,
for duels.
Yeah, I mean, no, engineering stuff's fine, right?
For duels?
Yeah, for duels, engineering stuff's fine, but not like free action potions.
How about this though? What about this? What do you think about this?
Shadow protection potions. Come on, not for duels.
Yeah, the big one.
Duels either,
it's no pots and
it is
stuff,
super expensive to craft. Look,
my god, dude. Yeah.
You need 1 mithril casing, 1 goblin rocket fuel, 8 solid dynamite, and an unstable trigger, just to create the big one, dude. The big one is like a nuke in the game. It deals 340 to 461 fire damage and stuns the target for 5 seconds. It's not really a stun,
and
it's like an incapacitate.
Too, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like a 2-second cast time though, so it takes a little bit. But if you guys remember it, I would always start the duel.
You can move while using it as well.
No, you can't.
It's not like an iron grenade.
No, it's not. At least I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah. So I would rocket helm you guys and start every duel with the big one. That's not very practical, but that's the kind of dueler I am, dude.
I like, but you're the kind of guy who used to. One has that on.
What's that?
I like being bare bones when it comes to duels. Right? I remember how you were saying like if no one has add-ons, then I won't use add-ons. Like that's how I feel about it, right? I like being bare bones. Like bring to the table what you have. I'll say okay, fine. Engineering items, that's one thing.
Always
all
good to
I like
come
to do
home
in a
from
duel
work
is
for
your
some
engineering
good
items
GMA.
and what you have is your class. That's it. No added potions, anything like
but that's
that.
Vanilla though. That's vanilla. I mean, I feel you in a certain extent.
But duels are different though, right? I mean, like, okay, I don't health pot in duels unless
the other person
health pots. Yeah, thank you for the $10.
Thank you very much, man. He's and we got a crazy Twitch bonanza in the Twitch chat. Like the whole thing is covered in gray things. Snack Pack is gifting 5 tier 1 subs to the channel.
Yeah,
Snack Pack, my man.
Snack Pack's some fucking crazy man.
Thank you very much, dude. Morash Talk, Bald Coworker, Flush Z Gaming.
Clavert is Clavert is actually a class leader of the guild.
Oh, really?
Is he? Oh,
okay,
awesome,
nice.
dude.
Good
That's
to see the
fucking
Dunedain, the fellowship support in the channel for sure.
Yeah.
And Easy Peasy and Egregious. Oh, we know Egregious.
Egregious.
Welcome guys
Who's
to
that?
the channel. Who's that? He's some shaman, dude. He's some shaman.
Yeah, some shaman.
Okay.
Some shaman.
guy.
So I don't know what you guys agree or not. In a duel, like I don't think consumables in the terms of like potions and shit like that should be used.
Yeah, it depends. You just talk about it before you duel. You say what's allowed and what's not allowed.
No world buffs. Okay,
Yeah, that's a good point too.
I mean?
You can just ask what's allowed, what's not allowed.
Yeah,
before.
yeah, but like when you see like these crazy guys like Perplexity and shit duel, they always have like a certain amount of thing. Like there's usually no health pots, but in like world PvP and shit, of course I'm gonna have like Whipper tubers and I'm gonna have health pots and shit like that.
Well,
Because, you
or
know, someone
PvP
else
is a
is gonna
totally
use
different
it.
situation.
But
Exactly.
don't these items though make it so that you can win unfavorable matchups though? I feel like they should be accepted in
Well,
duels.
No.
that's what the engineering items are for.
Yeah. So what are you saying is not allowed?
Why
in
is
the
it
duel?
okay
Like-
for
like-
engineering,
okay.
but not a potion? Explain that.
Free
No, I
action
think all,
potions.
dude. It's like real life
No, no,
right
no.
now, dude. There's no. Oh, I guess there's laws, right? There's laws in real life, so you can't just straight up axe murder someone, right? Like there's laws, there's the things in place, but you know anything that's allowed that you can use, man. And I guess the laws are set by Blizzard, right? In this environment.
I like what Pogren said. Okay.
What do you say?
In a duel, going all nuts isn't worth it. PvP and BGs or in the world, you get to use all of those tools. Absolutely, that's how I feel. Like, you know, for me in a duel, it's about the class, you know, versus the class and learning about the classes. Like, you know, I will say, of course, you know, if you have engineering items like reflectors and shit like that, that is like, and you know, the guys like Perplexity, Stormax, all them, when they duel, they use their engineering items and they use their abilities, right? So there's no added things like free action pots. There's no added things like limited invulnerability pots. There's no, maybe they'll use a rocket helm or this, that, and the other. But that's as far as it goes. It goes engineering items and your skill set. And I think that's as a duel, that's fair. I think, in my opinion.
What I would say if I was trying to go super try hard with duels and like really trying to do some esports dueling action, you would do like best of 5. And if you use a big cooldown like Rocket Helm, that's still on cooldown.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Use whatever you want.
Unless
But then
that one server
right after
that
the
you
duel is
duel.
over, you sit down, you drink some Morning Glory Dew, and you regenerate, and you eat some steak or the quail or the biscuit, whatever. You get back
Yeah.
up
Oh,
and you
biscuit
duel
action.
again, enriched mana biscuit, right? And
Yeah,
then you
yeah.
duel right again, and whatever you use is on cooldown, fam. Like you're not gonna use lay on hands every duel in a row, and you go
Yeah.
you do best of 5, right? I don't know.
Potions, but you can always pre-pot. You can, you can put
Yeah,
shadow.
paladins have one
protection
good duel
pots.
per hour.
One good duel power, but I'm
And that's
saying
another thing too. It's like it's not fair against those
And then bubble
classes
heart.
who where purging is really strong. Like, because you know what I mean. Then you're purging off all these world buffs. You're purging off all this bullshit. Like, I don't know. Like, to me, no world buffs, no crazy shit. The buffs that you bring to the table are the buffs that your class bring to the table. That engineering items, you know, whatever, even if it's like a skull or a medicine pouch, like that's good to go. Like I said, items are good. You know what I mean? Questing items, world PvP items. If you got something in the world, you should be rewarded for it, right? Like if you got, title charm, that means, you should be rewarded for it. Use it in a duel, absolutely.
yeah.
But I think it's a whole new added thing when you start bringing in limited invulnerability pots and
So you don't
free
like the
action
pots? That's your.
I don't like the pots. I don't think
No,
pots.
You need the pots, dude. You need the pots. It's like so important, dude. Using the.
But
I
if the
honestly
other
do.
person isn't using
Remember,
pots,
we're doing this
the
on a
other-
PTR, right? So you're not gonna have access to all this
It's
stuff.
true.
Right.
It's true, man.
Like
Right, no,
it's
true.
yeah. I mean,
You know,
like
if-
we're literally typing a piece of code and like putting like 100
Yeah.
potions in our bags. You know what I mean?
But I know that there's a lot of gnome rogues that are coming for me, Melderon. I'm not leaving the city
Yeah,
unless
but-
I have living action potions on me. Unless I have.
Yeah, but that's
fast
not
on me.
cool. But like, okay, so the thing is though, that's a world P. That's fine. But in a duel, like there should be a set of rules. As long as I'm not going to use potions, then we should agree that you don't use potions. You know what I
But
mean?
why is it okay to use engineering?
Yeah.
Because
exactly.
engineering is a PvP. Like built
If you're
in.
gonna
like,
if you're gonna ban one thing, it just muddies
Yeah,
the
you
water.
have to ban them all.
Just allow everything
No,
and do
that's
best of
bullshit.
5.
That's
Def Camp.
bullshit.
After the first
not
duel,
bullshit.
that second duel, they're not gonna have the lip or the fap or the whatever.
I
dude.
understand
They're not gonna
that. I
have
It's like
understand that, but,
saying
like-
it's like saying you can't use a 45. But you can use the 9mm. It's still a gun.
No,
Like,
listen, no, that's bullshit. Because I'm not the only one who thinks this. All the big duelers out there, they go by the same rule set, right? You
But
can
what?
use.
Do
But
they
my question is,
though? I don't
what
know if
makes
they
it
do.
Yes, they
different?
do.
What makes it different?
Watch Perplexity.
What about
watch
that
all those
dueling tournament the other
videos.
day? They just banned SL Warlock altogether and they banned fucking Healthstones, I think. Like
No, but my question is, what makes those things different?
that's what I'm saying.
What
I
makes
want
them
everything
different-
all
okay,
in
what
all
makes
included.
them different? What makes them different, right? Is that these items, whether it's a potion, whether it's this, whether it's that, like that's when you started doing this, and like I say, duels are more for testing out
No,
skills,
just answer my question. What's the
abilities,
difference?
rotations, etc. in PvP, like VX Cosmos says, right? Okay, when you're going in there and you're
Yeah.
using things like a rocket helm, title charm, these are items that a lot of them are like really good set up for PvP. I think they add a lot to the class.
Are they
The
available
rotation-
to the class?
They're
Are
available
they
to
class? Are they a ability you learn from your trainer?
No.
Are potions something you learn from your trainer?
Well, you learn them from a trainer, yeah.
You learn how to drink a potion from your trainer.
No, you
For
learn how
my
to, you learn how to,
alchemy trainer. For my no.
Yeah, no, you're
It's the same thing.
listen, because there has to be a fucking there just has to be a point where you say enough is enough, because you can't just go in there, come in there with every.
I don't know
rule
if you can
buff,
cherry pick though, man. It's either
Either everything's allowed or nothing's allowed.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
It's
bullshit.
Either,
That's bullshit.
I agree with you, Melderon.
Okay,
I
then
want
I'll
everything
say
allowed.
Then nothing's allowed. Then I just don't think it's fair for someone to go in there and have like 20 potions, and then the other person who's like, well, I'm not going to use potions because that's stupid. Like, I'm not going to waste money.
You can have the same mentality thinking, I'm not going to use my expensive engineering items.
Engineering items, you use them once. You don't have to keep buying them. You use them once you have it.
No, I mean, like,
you gotta buy iron grenades? What are you talking about?
Yeah. Also,
Well,
your gnomish boot, what is it? It's the gnomish one. It's the goblin one. Goblet rocket boots will break. Some stuff breaks. Like, they're still.
Dude, everyone agrees. Look at it. Spending gold to win duels is dishonorable. See
and
what I mean?
there are engineering items that are cost gold.
Yeah, but you get the item and you have like iron grenades. They're not fucking that expensive. Okay,
they're still not free though. Yes,
they're not free. Yeah. Neither is fucking.
All I'm saying is if you can use it, if you can use it, then like Blizzard is setting the rules, man. Like, I don't know. Like if you just do it.
Yeah, man. Sure.
Yeah, I agree with
Legendary
Legendary Destiny. Like, if I'm going to duel somebody, I'm gonna have a rules beforehand. Okay, like for me, if you're dueling a person, their abilities are their abilities. Whatever they have is on the table. Even if it's a paladin, we talked about this before.
That's more rock paper scissors, though, man. Lip laps and faps are very, very essential to balance in vanilla.
For
Dr. Seuss potions, as North would say. The lips, the laps, the faps.
I don't think for duels. For duels, no.
For duels,
I'm
so
sorry,
you're saying pre-made, it's all good, but for duels, no.
Because for duels, you can just bypass what a whole class is built around. Okay, rogues are built around their stun lock. SWAT. So now you're gonna use something that and
no,
now
they lip and you blind them, bro. You blind them or you reset. You have stuff you can do that's outside of the.
Yeah, you can have stuff you can do that's outside of, but then it just becomes too much of a crazy mess when you add all
that's
these other.
That's complexity, though. That's more depth.
It's not complexity.
That's more depth to the PvP consume meta, dude.
To me, it's just okay, and I know a lot of people think like, oh, and when a paladin uses their lay on hands, that's bullshit. That's whatever. I mean, I think for the most part, like you
at least it's a class ability.
Yeah, but I understand that.
People want a straw poll, dude. We'll do a fucking straw poll, man. Candace Weber with the $5. Unidare sitting there smiling at how Horde argue.
All right, so we're gonna do nothing's allowed,
how Horde argue.
everything's allowed, or just engineering items are allowed.
So what about health pots and mana pots? FCAM.
Okay.
If that's potions.
Yeah, just potions.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 4 options: just potions, just engineering, nothing, or everything.
Just health and mana pots. You'd have to say.
I honestly don't see a difference between.
No, dude, not just health and mana pots, bro. You're gonna use health pots.
It's gotta be all pots.
It's gotta be all pots. You can't just
all consumables.
But I see what DefCamp is saying.
What about world buffs then?
That's a different thing.
Yeah. That's a buff.
I mean,
how's that a different thing? How's that a different thing?
Because it's hard to get. So
are certain consumables.
I kind of
auction house is right down the road. What are you talking about?
Okay, well, yeah.
I didn't think I would agree with you, DefCamp, but I see what you're saying. You basically say everything you need to click on in the duel is allowed, right? And everything you can buff before the duel is not allowed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, that I would go for, because, I mean, if you're going to go in there knowing you're going to fight a warlock, right? So, okay, you're going to have your shadow protection. You're going to have, all this shit. Going in there, you're going to fight a shaman. He's going to try to purge some things off you. So you're going to put all these fucking scrolls and all this bullshit on you.
Isn't that a strategy?
It's a strategy, but it's a
playing
cheap
devil's
strategy.
advocate.
It's a cheap strategy, but it's just the duel at the end of the day, too.
Right,
doesn't that make the shaman think more about what he's got to do?
No,
think about it this way. In your world, though, DefCamp, you're making it more black and white who's going to win these duels. I like vanilla. Part of the awesomeness of vanilla is the sandboxy nature where, like, you can do weird shit and come out on top, even if you're in an unfavorable matchup.
I mean, that's where I think engineering items are for, right? I think there's enough right there with the engineering item to make it complex.
But I'd say potions potentially even add the same amount as engineering.
I would add potions, too.
Well, I mean, when you're talking like reaction
poll?
potions and limited invulnerability potions,
it's not that long, dude. A fap is like how long is a fapper? Let me see how long.
Oh, it depends. Some people fap longer than others.
That's true. That's true.
No, I mean, because there has to be, in my eyes, be like
Let me
when
see
we were
it.
dueling cargoes, it was fun for like the first couple duels, and then as we started adding all these other items, it just got boring to me because it was all about who had more consumables. That was it.
But what if you both have everything though?
But
one
that's
thing
the
that
thing.
one
Why
thing
would
I
you
have to
both have
admit, one thing
everything?
that
Like,
did feel bad, man, is Flask of the Titans. That shit is a little bit
exactly.
OP,
That's what I'm saying.
Flask of
Cargos.
the Titans is a
So-
little bit OP. Was it 1200 HP? That is kind of like
Make a
retarded.
straw poll, man.
Dude, look at that. Like, Def is right. See that?
Limited
listen,
vote.
listen,
It's
listen.
6 seconds, bro. You lip it 6. You can play around.
All right, let's
6
put the
seconds.
straw poll. I want to see what the people.
All right, so
think.
what is it though? Just class abilities is one. The other one is
Yep.
everything is allowed. I think those are just the two major extremes. And
Those
what
are
are
the two
what are
major
the
ones.
weird
Then we
in
have
between
okay,
those?
so
just
there's no
engineering.
There's no the one that I'm saying is the one that most people
spent 10
don't.
minutes arguing just engineering though.
Right. Well, most okay. I'm okay. Listen to me. God damn it, you guys are fucking not. What I'm trying to say is, most people when they go to a duel, they have a set. Okay, we can use this, use that. Like that's what I'm trying to say. Have a set thing. Let there be a limit. Whether is it just engineering and health pots and mana pots? Okay. But when you start saying that, like, because there was a point in the duel where the 20 minutes of the duel, the first 10 seconds of the duel is, this person using this thing, it just got to the point where it was crazy, and I didn't feel like I was dueling a class. I felt like I was dueling
Okay,
someone.
but we need a third
Always
option for
like-
the straw poll. So what do you?
So right now I have on the straw poll just class abilities, everything allowed, just engineering. What I would like personally is everything allowed, but my second choice beside that would be everything but world buffs. I kind of want
Okay.
to put that, dude. Like, 'cause
Put
world
this-
But put mana pots and health pots.
And
world
then
buffs
put-
and flasks. Everything but world buffs and flasks. Is that really fucked up to say that, or is that?
No, it's okay, I guess.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
basically elixirs. I don't.
Can we say that have a preset arrange? Make one, because this is my vote. My vote would be for a preset arranged amount of items, so that the people before they duel, they set their.
So set dual rules beforehand.
Yes,
Is that an
that is
option?
my option.
Okay, fine.
Right? That would be
Okay,
mine.
you want that as an option. Okay, I'll take out
Yeah.
mine then. All right, so
But that's kind of okay.
just
That's
class.
what win.
I mean, that's just gonna win though.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
just
'cause
do
it's
just
so
class
big.
abilities,
Yeah.
everything allowed, and just engineering. We'll do those three. We'll just do three.
Okay.
Okay. Straw poll is coming in. This is a very legendary straw poll right now, guys. Do us all
And
a
remember,
solid and vote
everything-
on this legendary straw poll.
Everything means everything, right? So flasks, all that.
Everything.
shit.
Yeah, anything's
Okay.
world buffs, anything. Literally
Okay.
anything you can do, you can get.
So
Or
you mean
use.
for just engineering, it would be just engineering. I suppose,
Yeah,
right?
no potion, no
I
consumables.
just think you're out in the
Okay.
open world, bro. You're dueling, everything goes. But the cool thing
this
about
is-
that is
this
you
is
can do
for
best of
duels,
5.
guys.
You can do
Dude,
best of
look at this.
7, dude. You can
This
do
is
best
dude,
of 7.
look how split this is.
It's so split, actually. Damn. What's winning right now? Oh, it's tied, dude. Everything allowed. and just
Everything is
class
allowed
abilities.
is going a little bit ahead.
I think just class abilities, honestly. I mean,
That's
I'm
the way
okay
I would
with
do it.
Yeah,
just class
yeah.
abilities.
It's looking
Yeah.
like it's either or though. So I think you either go just class abilities and you like set that at the start with a dueling tournament or something. You say just class
Yeah.
abilities, but I also think that's going to be way less interesting to watch, my man. Just
That's
class
what I'm saying.
abilities.
That's why engineering for me, I would say just engineering and class.
yeah.
That's what most, like, when you go to watch Perplexity, all those big guys duels and shit, they literally use engineering items and their class abilities, and that's
No,
it.
they use potions, bro. You tell me they don't use laps and
They
shit,
use-
faps and stuff. They use
use-
potions.
In the ones that I was watching, they do not use any invulnerability potions and shit. They had to cut off at that.
Oh,
Yeah.
they had that. Hmm.
So I don't know if that's like what they all do or what, but
What's
I know
winning? Just class abilities.
Just class abilities. Damn.
honestly I'm okay with
It's
that.
super
That
close.
would be
It's
my
more rock paper scissors though. Like you really will have some matchups where you're gonna be. I mean, I guess not. You could. So you can't even use like a trinket. Like you can't even use a trinket. You can't use an offhand that you have equipped. Like, you know what I mean? Like if it's just class abilities, can you?
Well, we
use
didn't say anything
skull?
about gear. That's a funny
Yeah,
thing.
that's a-
we
yeah,
didn't
we didn't
mention
say anything
gear
about
at
gear.
all in
Yeah.
here.
So you're able to
That's-
use skull.
that's-
You're able to use shadow reflectors. That's like engineering shit.
Theoretically,
That's engineering
Skull is a
stuff,
quest
yeah.
reward, but
Yeah, skull's the quest reward though. It's not
Yeah,
engineering.
so
Yeah, so
I would say any items are available on that too, because you can't penalize someone, for, in my eyes, okay, like to try to keep it even. You can't just penalize someone for having a PvP trinket or something like that.
Mhm.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's interesting. It's split. It's pretty split.
All I'm saying, Cargos, is the more items we started to have, I think less fun it was for me.
But I agree with you, Def. But that's because we're resetting our cooldowns. Like, imagine we did a best of 7 or a best of 5, and you have to duel right after. So the terms are like duel with anything on, right? Duel with whatever you want, dude. Like, the world is your oyster. Go get whatever you want, and you kind of have that kind of like Inspector Gadget, like cool kind of like what is he gonna whip out this time type of element to it, where it's like you get that surprise, you get that little RNG factor. But then let's say I do something crazy and I pull the cloth over your eyes for one duel and I get you, and then the next duel that's on cooldown though. You know what I mean?
Well,
like, I don't know.
That's why I feel like engineering items are for me enough. Like they're enough for that. Like you have so much already with engineering items. Blessings like title charm and reflectors and fucking if you want to use a fucking death ray on one or something like that. I think there's enough playability with a lot of the using a net, using all that shit.
That would add a lot of coolness, though. Imagine you use a death ray one duel.
When you start adding flasks and some classes get really fucked over using like a free action potion than others, right? Because classes that don't have any stuns or don't have slows or roots or don't use them as much are not going to be as much counter to someone using a free action potion or something.
What about food and stuff too, though? Food is another thing. Like you can use that scorpion thing that Navik used on me, so I couldn't rocket helm. That's another thing.
I mean, man.
That's so much. You just.
I think we should probably move to another subject, but there isn't a subject a little bit related to this forum post about arenas in Classic WoW.
Let me see who won, though. Let me see who won. It's
just the plain.
Look how split that is. Holy crap! I almost wish that third category, just engineering, was absorbed into the other two. Class 1 though.
Class
okay,
abilities,
good to know. Good to know.
I think that also includes like items that people are saying.
So can you put up the arena in WoW?
Okay,
arena
can you
Classic
link
WoW?
that post?
Yeah.
Oh no, you didn't you?
It's in the PowerPoint.
Oh, it's in the PowerPoint. Okay.
Yeah.
So like in BC, right? That's one thing. In BC, you aren't allowed to use certain things in arena, right? So so what was the limit that they made, right? You couldn't use engineering things. You can't use any potions or anything like that. I think that's how it should be in duels then, right?
As soon as it gets competitive, I guess that's the only way to make it.
But arenas is
super
expensive.
expensive.
Arenas are not a duel, so it's
Right. True. That's very true.
So you're removing that any class inequality. Really, you're kind of removing, if there was any in BC, which is a lot less in BC than was in vanilla.
Right.
You're kind of removing because you have another dynamic, another player. So it really increases the permeability of the.
That's why I think engineering
outcome.
Items and shit like that is like as far as it should go. But what's interesting in the Burning Crusade, right, is like when you start adding other classes together is when it like things get like obviously a rogue and a mage 2v2. There's so much CC involved. There's so many different things like that 2v2 is so much stronger than like so many other 2v2s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like Car goes with his infinite value loops.
Are we back to dual leveling?
No, we're gonna read this. We're gonna read this post. I think
basically what the post says is not to add arena as it is in Burning Crusade per se, but add some kind of arena where you can have like tournaments, not necessarily with gear and stuff and rewards, but just to have some kind of weekly ranking. Or anything like that.
Did I miss this?
What
I would say about arenas in Classic WoW is that we can do it. As the community, guys, we can do it. Everybody in the chat, we can do it. Someone in the chat, Pogren right there, Lucas, Pundane, Danny W. Who else, dude? Adam Grimsley. Any of you guys could start a bracket on Challenge or something like that.
But
you
it should
organize,
not be made by Blizzard. No fucking way.
We can do it, and we can do it in the Gurubashi Arena. We can facilitate it. The game is like a sandbox. We can
or
go
even
in there.
in Dire Moth.
Even a Dire Maul.
Dire Maul, you could 2v2 it, man. If you really want to go super try hard, you could level the people up on different, factions, and you could do that 2v2 that you're looking for. It would take a little bit more effort, but it is what it is with Classic WoW. And all I'm saying is you could, and I personally plan on facilitating cool PvP events like this.
Yeah.
Does
anybody think it would just be a mage rogue?
No.
Really?
I don't think so.
I think it's gonna be like 90% are gonna be mage rogue combinations.
I don't think so. I mean, I think there are
Mage,
But, okay,
Paladin's
so-
right there, dude. Blessing of Sacrifice, GG.
What about
yeah.
Warrior Paladin?
Also, Bop, Blessing and Protection. So another thing is too, is this guy the post? I didn't read it yet, right? Is he saying that it should be facilitated by Blizzard? Is that what he's saying?
Yeah.
Definitely no. Just like
Definitely
Cargo
no,
said, it's like Classic is all about the community. It's all about the community making these things. I think we should have every week you can go on classicwow.live and there you see, okay, this week guys we have a tournament. Here's the rules. Here's where we're doing it. Here's the servers it's going to be on. Here are the prerequisites that you need for it, and then show up, the time, blah blah blah. That's it. Boom. There you go. Just created right there by the community. No reason why. The beauty about vanilla is that Blizzard's hands wasn't in it as much as any other expansion.
You don't need that
community.
functionality coded into the game in order to do certain
Absolutely.
stuff. A lot of times we think like quality of life, like, oh my god, I wish arenas were in Classic. Oh my god, I wish they had cool other things you could do in Classic, like even mythic runs or like you can make like this world of Classic Azeroth is your oyster. You can go spearhead a whole community around a certain thing. I personally want to do this around speed leveling. Like you could make this an amazing timeless game just around speed leveling 1 to 10 or speed leveling 1 to 20.
I think he doesn't say it needs to be facilitated by Blizzard. So I think I reread it. I think what he said is you can make your own stuff and make website rankings. So I like that idea.
You want me to read the whole thing real quick?
No, I don't think that's necessary.
So obviously a lot of needs.
So he wants rankings, right? But I'm saying we could still do the rankings too, right? If you had people mediating, facilitating it, casting it, you could say these people won. You can make your own elo system. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it would be cool as long as Blizzard doesn't do it, because then they force you into something. And like you said, it's a sandbox game somewhat, and that's really cool.
So at the end,
whatever you want.
At the end, he says exactly this. It's something that I would love to organize and be a part of.
Yeah.
So obviously, I think that's what he wants as well. He wants to organize it as a,
Yeah, then it's fine. If it's community-based, who cares?
Yep.
Great. That's wonderful. As long as it's not something that's implemented into the game.
Agreed.
That would further kill World PvP.
Yeah.
That's what it would do.
I think there's exciting things, though, too. Like, there's things that we touched on very lightly in the past. Like, can you guys think of a way to make professions competitive in PvP? Like, what if you did some kind of thing? I know Dunedain loves blacksmithing, but would there be a way to, do some sort of competitive? Like, you have to, compete to craft certain things faster than other people, or I don't know. I just think any aspect of the game you can choose, and you can choose to make it competitive and exciting, and make a community around it. Even something like
such a cool
professions.
idea.
I just never.
Yeah,
I never.
that's such a cool idea.
So what do you mean by competitive, though?
Okay, so for example, speed leveling. I'll talk about what I know, what I want to do, what I personally hope to help spearhead. Leveling in this game is awesome. It's such a huge block of content. It's something that feels like, as Navik said, if you're still in here, shout out to Navik. When we're duo leveling, dude, it feels like it's 2v2 arena, Maleron. It's like, yo, Plane Strider coming on the right. I need a fear on the Plane Strider. Yo, I got the bolt. I got the bolt and immolate on this guy on the left. And you're talking to each other like it's 2v2 arena. And we're speed leveling 1 to 12. We're going through Duratar, finding like weird hacks and ways to tactically die and respawn at certain areas to speed it up. Like, you can take something as small and as trivial as that and create a meta around it, create a community around it, make it competitive, get other people involved, and cast over it, commentate, narrate over it, and have VODs. And all I'm saying is you can do that with anything in this world. So it could be something as uncompetitive as professions. Someone might look at that at first glance and be like, that's the most uncompetitive, un-PvP type thing I could think of. I think there's a way to do it. Like scavenger hunts, we talked about this before with Chimley. He wants to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I remember now. Yeah, we talked about it on Chim. I remember now. Okay. Yeah, it was something like, you can get people involved with their professions to do like scavenger hunts or like, this guy, you have to get a Lionheart helmet, and only like 5 people in the server have the pattern or whatever, and you have to go find it. I understand. I get what you're saying.
You understand? Yeah.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, in order for the content to be timeless, in order for it to like really have legs to stand on indefinitely, there needs to be some sort of exciting PvP element to it. But it doesn't have to be in the most straightforward sense where you're killing each other. It can be one team versus another team, speed running dead mines, speed running, Imagine there's a competition where it's like first team to fully clear out RFC or dead mines, go. Pick your mates, and
that's cool.
I like the idea that Grace
cool.
has, right, where he wants to do these like 3 and have like a 3-man. So I think that's really cool, right? So instead of like a 5-man dungeon, you do a 3-man, and it's like trying to be competitive like that. So, obviously there's no Mythic Plus or anything like that, but how can you make it harder? You bring 2 less people, right? So you have maybe a tank, a DPS, and a healer / DPS, right? And you try to do dungeons like that, or you have, competitive speed runs for dungeons, things like that. I think speed running is going to be huge in Classic too.
I think so.
There are going to be a lot of people who have done MC hundreds of times, even though it's going to be a little bit different in Classic. It's going to be 90% probably similar as it will be from private servers. I still think, yes, there are going to be a lot of people who struggle, even in MC, even in BWL, because a lot of people who say, oh yeah, Classic's easy, they're people who probably do LFR in retail, right? I'm not saying like that, but of course there are people from the private server community who have done it for years and years. That's going to be a small part, all right? The amount of people who are going to be doing speed runs, like me and Pog were talking about this, may be 10% of the population of Classic, maybe up to 20%.
Less than that.
Yeah, I think less than that too.
Say that again. Less than 20% is going to what?
Are going to be people who are going to be doing speed running.
Speed run raids, we're talking, right?
Oh, okay. Speed run.
We're
raids.
talking 1%.
Okay.
I don't think 1%. I think maybe 5 to 10.
1% of people do it now.
No, not on private servers.
Sure. You
Not
think
1%.
you think more than 1% of people doing raids are speed running them?
Yeah, now on private
Competitively
servers.
speed running them.
Well, once the content has been cleared, yeah, it's a good percentage of them are doing them on private servers.
Okay.
I'd say like 5%.
If it was larger than 5, I'd be really surprised.
Yeah, I think it's like 5 to 10%, something like that. That have at least done it. You know what I mean? Have tried doing it. Have tried their hand at it before. I'm not saying that they continually doing it like every week, right?
Yeah.
It's just
But,
it's a really exciting thing to think about. So when people say Classic WoW is a dead game, it's a static game, it's a game that doesn't have legs to, thinking 3-5 years down the line. First of all, I think there's always going to be a demand for like pretty much until all of us die out to play Classic WoW in some capacity.
Especially the PvP aspect.
It's just such an amazing game to many of us.
Yeah.
It has almost those spiritual levels of attachment to it. But you can choose any damn aspect of the game and make a community around it and make it fun and make it exciting. And people are going to gravitate to fun and excitement. And I'll just leave
absolutely.
it open ended like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's a build your own adventure kind of thing. Vanilla is you can build your own experience with vanilla WoW.
What do you like most about Classic WoW, Melderon? What actually makes you excited and happy to play the game?
I really like outdoor, non-instant group content a lot.
I believe there's a way to make that competitive and fun and cool.
Yeah.
I think so too. Yeah.
Imagine.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's not it's not like I like it this much more than everything else. I mean, I love PvE.
Do you like shaman tanking Jinta Allure? I feel like you would love that. Or like.
Oh, dude, I would love to do that.
Imagine there was an open world dungeon contest where you had to go clear out the open world dungeons as fast as possible. Or
that'd be fucking awesome.
It'd be sweet,
really
dude. I'm telling you, the world is our fucking oyster here. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have a super random question. I just thought about it actually, but the armor decrease debuffs like fairy fires and all those things. Did they stack in vanilla WoW?
I don't think so. You're saying like Sunder?
They do stack on private servers.
Sunder and Fairy Fire and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe you're right. What do you guys think?
I was
about
just
that?
thinking about that this morning with my
about
guild.
Sunders and
my
Fairy
guild
Fire and all
raids.
that.
All
Yeah.
the armor debuff stacking.
Depending, so I know that so the way it works, right? I know that multiple ranks of the same one doesn't work like that. It used to. Apparently, you used to be able to do a 3 combo point Sunder, and then a 5 combo point, not Sunder, expose armor, and they would stack. That doesn't work anmore the way it used to. I know.
Does Sunder armor stack with Fairy Fire, and does that stack with expose armor?
I think there are a couple that do stack and a couple that don't. I don't know if I know Sunder and Expose did stack, but I don't know if it did anymore. Sunder Expose armor. Okay, Sunder Expose either never stacked or they used to stack.
I've pretty solid memory about the real vanilla WoW where nothing.
I don't think they
is
stacked.
stacked,
Right? They didn't.
and
stack,
I think
right?
we only used one warrior with Sunder armor, and that was it. But on private servers, they do stack.
They do on private?
I think so. People
because I'm
put
pretty
Fairy
sure they
Fire
did it in vanilla, right?
No, but people
Right.
say Fairy Fire is
There you
one
go.
of the
It's split into two categories: major and minor. Major is Sun Armor, and minor is Fairy Fire.
There you go. There you go. There you
So
go.
Expose and Sunder do not stack because they're both majors.
There you go. That's what it was.
Okay.
That's what
But
it was.
Fairy
Yeah,
Fire
yeah.
does stack.
So Fairy Fire, because it's a minor. 'cause
How
it's a
crazy
minor.
is this game, dude? You're a noob. You're like a noob playing this game for the first time, and you're like you have no idea the complexity of this game. Like I had no idea until this dude just put that in the chat that they have 2 categories of like armor debuff. Like what? Like okay.
Always
Yeah,
learn
dude.
something,
That's
dude. Right?
cra-
It's crazy.
Every day I learn
Always.
something, man. Dude.
Every
every day.
Every
Like,
day.
I remember for a fact that that there was because I think in private servers there was an issue of like different ones stacking, but yeah, now that I remember, Sunder that there are Sunder and Exposed doesn't stack with that, but at least I didn't know that it was set like that, a lesser and major. That's fucking crazy.
That's cool. Man.
Day wanted to clarify something. He said speedrunners, hardcore PvP, and hardcore PvE. So all that hardcore together, he thinks, is going to make up 20 to 25% of the population.
That's Pokran.
So that's so.
We're not doing anything.
Oh,
Yeah.
my bad, Pogren. Yeah, sorry, because he said at Dunedin. I'm sorry. Yeah. So that I could probably agree with, right? All those hardcore people together could make
Still
up.
seems
the
high to me,
hardcore.
but yeah, possibly.
Well, when you add all those together.
There's gonna be a lot of casuals playing this game, dude.
Oh yeah, I know.
A lot.
And a lot of those casuals are going to be,
Honestly, I
Play
think
the
it's going to
game.
mirror what it is in retail. Whatever that percentage is in retail, I think we're going to see the same percentage in classic.
I wouldn't be
If you have
surprised.
that
Yeah.
large of populations, you're going to have convergences of percentages. It's going to be,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be very close, honestly.
Yeah.
Shall we talk a little bit about possible beta release or release date?
I hope it
Maybe.
doesn't come out of my wedding. Please don't come out of my wedding. There's a very good chance. Tip scared the shit out of me, dude. He came in my stream the other day, and he was saying during the last season, what would he say, last episode of Game of Thrones? I don't really keep up with it. He was saying you better be good at multitasking, and everyone was
yeah.
telling me like you're gonna be playing the beta, and the last episode of Game of Thrones is legit on the day of my wedding. I'm gonna be at the altar and all that, and I'm scared. That's a little selfish thing, but I don't know. What do you guys think? I hope it's a
I don't think a beta is a good idea at all. So
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea, but I think we probably might have one because they might feel it will build hype, while I think it might kill
it'll
hype.
do the exact opposite.
Yeah.
I think there's a certain way to do things. You know what I mean? I think a lot of you guys have, we agreed that probably the best thing would be maybe like a small testing, like Dunedin was saying, like a stress test. I think honestly, if there is a beta, it should be a closed beta. It should be the only people from the community that should be testing it are people like Nano, people that work from NOS, that kind of place that know
I know
what
10
creating a
people.
server's like.
10 people I want testing that beta.
Taladrill,
Havoc, Regis,
Regis.
like people like
Just
a lot
because
of
we're
theater
content
crafters.
creators
true.
doesn't
Well,
mean
that's
that
the
we're,
thing, though.
I mean, yeah.
Maybe the people don't know this. Apparently, there's rumors. I don't know why the content creators. Maybe they did. Maybe they did. Someone in the chat help. I feel like someone knows. They've been keeping up with it. Did any of those content creators who are like the big boy content classic creators, like, did they confirm or deny that they went to Blizzard and talked with them and stuff? Like,
No one confirmed it really. Like, it was just kind of like
Alright, that's sketch to me.
Well,
I
they
don't
wouldn't
know
be
if
able
did,
to.
though.
They wouldn't be able to even if they did, because
Really?
I think they would be. I think Blizzard would tell them not to. Yeah,
They would say,
absolutely.
tell people that you weren't here. This is like a phantom meeting. Like, they're not like the CIA, dudes.
you got a new
No,
member
but
card.
I
goes-
just don't think they would want people to know that. That's all. I mean, who knows? It doesn't matter. I just think that the decision of putting a beta out there is so. Here's a problem. In this day and age, I think that when Vanilla first came out, having a beta was a very important thing to do because it was a new game. This is not a new game. So what I think will happen is people will start to realize. So ask yourself this question: why don't private servers have millions and millions and millions of active players? Aside from the technological restrictions, why? Because
It's illegal.
people know. No, well, that's one part of it. Because people know their characters can go away at any moment. Okay, there's no longevity and there's no connection to the characters. What is a beta?
Hardcore thing to do. as
Private
well.
server. It's essentially a private server.
Yeah.
People are not going to want to put in time investment into a character that they know will go away, and I think it's almost asinine, honestly, by Blizzard to think that we need an open beta. And
Especially for a game that's already
Open one,
been-
yeah. An open one for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Real quick, new member, Don Fleming in the house, dude. Welcome on YouTube, man. Thank you very much for joining the channel. Thank you. I mean,
Do you think it's logical that they would bring out beta like 2 months before release date? Is that something they did before?
I just don't see the point.
here's what worries me.
We're in a yeah.
And I honestly feel, I mean, maybe not. I'm gonna be open with you guys. Maybe not if they did invite me to Irvine. Maybe I would, talking to the Blizzard guys would change my mind. I don't know. But if they brought all these content creators to Irvine and had a little round table and we're hush hush about it and we're telling them to be like, don't tell anyone you were here. First of all, that's super sketch. I don't know. That's
give them
weird.
hints. You know what I mean?
Like
But
tell
give
them to
hints,
drop
like
weird juicy tweets and stuff and just say like,
no.
and for them and it'd be like, don't tell anyone you were here, man. But the beta's coming out and you're gonna be part of it. I'm thinking to myself, like, if they're doing that, that's because they feel that it's gonna be good for the game to have this beta and that they want to use these streamers to promote the game even more. And this is a little bit of a disturbing thing. We talked about it before. That may actually work. That may equate to more people playing the game on launch if they have this sustained weeks and weeks exposure of streamers playing the game. But that doesn't necessarily mean would be in the best interest of the game. I don't know.
So then you have the argument of why do some people get to play it and I don't?
But
That's true.
Why do 3 people get to play a beta?
Yeah, that's
really weird.
3 people
just-
play beta? No, I
just-
mean, it'll be like
just
more than
for
that, right?
wait. Just forget the question we are asking right now. So just don't think about if it's a good idea or a bad idea. But is it a logical thing to have a beta 2 months before the release of a game? Is that logical? Did they do that? I don't know.
It was logical back in 2004.
when it was just coming out, because this game had already been out before.
So
I don't think it's logical.
what's the average time they bring out a beta before the release?
I have no
date?
idea, dude.
Some games
vanilla
come out
6 months?
6 months for
6
Yeah.
months.
I think vanilla
something
was
like that.
like 6 months, right?
the
Maybe
beta for
5.
Vanilla WoW was out for a
All
People
problems
would
would be
really
solved
late.
for me. All problems would be solved if it was a closed beta. All problems.
Yeah,
You
same
could
here.
invite whoever you want. You could invite your, anybody and their mom. They could play this. I really don't care. Like,
But shouldn't it be NDA'd out?
it should be
that's the
NDA.
thing.
They shouldn't be able to stream it out to people because I think like even if it was just 1 to 30, a very large chunk of people's nostalgia and excitement to play the game comes from those early levels. The essence of building that relationship with your character and going through Red Ridge, going through Elwyn, going through
Yeah.
Westfall, going through Duskwood, and going through the Stalvon quest line and killing Stalvon Mistmantle and interacting with Abercrombie and to help the Defias, the people in Westfall, that little faction, the what do they call them? The People's Militia, right? That's a bigger deal than people may think of, So have a beta for sure, but make it
Have it
closed, man.
closed.
And the fact that they're
Yeah.
potentially, and this could completely be false, If it's false,
Yeah.
though, I feel like the streamers should just say it's false. But if they did bring a lot of streamers in there, it concerns me because it makes me feel like they're going to make a big marketing power play and get these people to stream the thing openly. That's it.
But how
I
many
don't
people were
know
we
about that
talking
though.
about?
I don't think because even though they're going to stream it, that's still potentially people showing a game that isn't, you know what I mean? I don't think the smart thing for me would be to do this, right? If I was Blizzard, I would have people testing the game in a closed beta, people like the team that they invited from NOS, people like some core developers and people that they know who
People that
know
played
the
Classic,
game,
quantitative
played
people,
Classic,
data
who
people.
understand what the differences were on private servers, people who know things that need to be added, need to be taken out of the game. Those are the kind of people that should be playing the game. Influencers or not, it doesn't matter. I don't think it should be streamed, right? Either way, I think the best thing would be able to do that, and then a couple weeks before release, have a stress test. Have a stress test where everyone's invited, where you can play for maybe an hour or 2 hours, just at whatever, randomly, just to go into Stormwind with 1,000 other people to do stress tests. Spawn, give everyone a level 60 for a little bit, spawn friggin' Lord Kazakh in the middle of Stormwind, have people have fun, do shit like that, and then 2 weeks later or a month later, release the game.
So I put
That's
something
how I
on
think it should
the
be.
slide. What do you think about that?
The July 16th thing, it's a good enough guess
Yeah.
as any, man. I mean, it's just
I think honestly the game's going to come out in late August.
late August.
Yeah.
You're not going to have a classic
I just don't
summer
see
at that point, though. It's not going to be a classic
I
summer.
know,
It's gonna
but
be a
they
classic-
also said summer for Legion, and Legion came out August 30th.
Oh.
But don't you think it's kind of strange to call a gnome July? I mean, that has to be something.
Yeah, I mean, it could be July 16th. I could be completely wrong.
Yeah, it might be. I just don't see the point of I just don't see the point of the beta at this point. Like, why would we play a game for like a couple weeks and then, get to a certain level and then have to do it all over again, like a month later or whatever?
I can answer that because I'm a person that enjoys the server as a whole and the whole life cycle as an experience in and of itself as one game, and that I'm not too attached to any individual character. I just appreciate the entirety of the server life cycle that is World of Warcraft Classic, but that is not 99% of people, right? 99% of people do feel a lot of attachment to their character and they want to go through it.
Yes, fine. You and I and everyone on the CWL team, we could have a boatload of a lot of our questions answered if we had a beta.
Exactly,
yes.
Yeah.
But that's not. Most people are not theory crafting. Most people are not trying to test the numbers. And would that benefit us? Yeah, sure it would. But let's think about this from a non-personal standpoint, right? I think that it would hurt the game. I think it'll hurt the community. It'll divide the community, and I think it's a poor decision by Blizzard. Honestly,
I do too.
I'll stand by that. But,
and the good thing that would be from all this, right? If there wasn't a beta, and I think even though a stress test is like, I think in my idea, a stress test like a couple weeks before, that's a good way to maintain hype, right? Because what you're doing is you're giving a little piece, right? That isn't necessarily whatever going on. It's just people being able to come see the game, have 1,000+ people, like whatever, in Stormwind. That, I think, to me, and we were talking about this doing a Dane, right? Like, what was it, the game that you were playing that had a stress test for, and you said that was like
Guild
a lot
Wars
of
2.
Right, and you said
it was good. The stress test was good. There was a lot of hype. There were 3 stress tests actually, and I joined all 3 of them, and I really liked it, and it didn't kill the hype for me. But then, the game wasn't really that good, so that's another thing. But,
right.
Pundane says beta has a purpose for the developers, not just marketing gimmicks. Now, I would agree with you.
That used to be true.
That used to be true. But here's what I'm saying. I'll say it again. Like, if they did bring in a bunch of content creators, and if you're listening, content creators, just say if it happened or not. I don't know. I guess they're under NDA. Fuck it. I guess they can't say. Maybe. I guess. All right. They have some NDA.
Well, then how can you give? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
then why say anything
then.
at all? I don't know. Anyway,
It's giving people the blue balls, man.
I don't think you're gonna have like 100 streamers streaming it. It's gonna be a couple thousand people. It's not just gonna be only streamers, right? Unless it's a donation. Let me wait for it real quick.
Can you guys help me in chat?
Strapo, what is that, dude? $5 from Papa Moon. I'll check it out. What is it? I can't. DM me on Discord, Strapo, with that. Papa, with that Strapo. I'll check it out. Thanks for the 5, bro. This is my thing, though. I think that they're looking potentially, if it is true what they're saying, they're looking for a way to market the game, right? So, and that's an issue that's plagued Classic WoW for a while now. How do you market this game that's 15 years old to a new audience and stuff? A way to market that game is to get lots of streamers playing it for an extended period of time. So people are like, "What's that? What's that?" The general masses of Twitch are going to be like, what are you playing? Classic WoW. And that's going to net out to more eyeballs and more people playing it. There's a chance that Blizzard feels that this is a very viable marketing vehicle, and they're going to take a lot of these streamers and have them play it just so they can market the game. I don't know. I mean,
I
that
agree
seems
to an extent,
right?
but what they're forgetting is that the Classic WoW movement and the community is very unique. This isn't friggin' Fortnite. This isn't, some shitty ass first-person shooter. This is Classic WoW, and what they need to realize is that there's a large community of people who have been waiting for this for a very long time, and putting it up to this shilly, whatever you want to call it, just trying to build numbers up by just putting it out there on a beta stream is really forgetting about the people who've been waiting for this for a decade, right? And I don't know, man. It doesn't feel right to me. It doesn't feel right. It hasn't felt
like
right.
Classic. Yeah,
it doesn't feel like Classic to me. It feels like some kind of corporate.
Feels like something they do for another
corporate power play. Yeah, I mean, it's a bad look to the people that are in the 1% potentially, or 5%, like people like you and me. But at the same time, like what Ale said the other day was so true. I didn't think about it this way. Ale on the other day, if people were on the stream, he was saying, "Be like, Blizzard's already got us, dude. They've got us. We want to play this game regardless.
Yeah.
Like they already got us. So their decisions are not catering to us. Why would it? Like we're already gonna play the damn game. We're so hyped. Like we're gonna play it. They're trying to get the general masses, man, out there who are just lurking on Twitch, watching streams, trying to get them to play. They already got us. So." I feel like a lot of their decision making is towards those people, and it could be a bad look to us, but they're just like, fuck it.
Yeah, and Pog, I get it, man. The almighty dollar rules. I get it. I understand how. I just don't agree with how.
Classic Bay will be released on mobile platform.
Yeah.
This is my thoughts on it too, guys. You know, all this conversation, whatever the fuck happens, in a couple months we're gonna be playing Classic WoW.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Good point.
In a couple fucking months, we're gonna be playing Classic WoW. No matter there's a beta, there isn't a beta, there's a stress test, there isn't a fucking stress test. Right now, we know for a fact that there's an internal alpha going on, right? The CDN files were put on the fucking website. Boom. What usually happens next after an alpha? A beta, okay? Whether it's a closed beta, open fucking beta, at the end of the day, doesn't really matter. All that matters, well, it could matter, right? It could have an effect. But either way, within a couple months, Classic's going to be out. We're going to be playing it. I try to keep focused on that. I try to keep focused on, you know, when I start thinking about this shit, we're at endgame right now, okay? We're at endgame. We're literally at fucking, you know, it's what's a baseball reference I was going to say? The bottom of the eighth
stretch,
seventh inning stretch, whatever the fuck it is.
Seventh
we're there.
inning stretch. I like
Yeah,
that.
we're there. And you know what? No matter what's going to make this game good or not is going to be the community. It's going to be the people who play it. It's going to be, you know, as long as the dev team keeps on doing what they're doing, realizing that the thing that matters most is the, you know, making sure the vanilla is at its core Classic WoW. It is vanilla. They maintain, you know, this game, making it the things that made it great, not adding things, not leaving things out. And they were talking about the files, how a lot of the probably a little bit ways to go, but at its core, that's what we're waiting for. And I think the community is people that are going to make it a success.
Agreed, man. Thanks for bringing us back to, you know, reality. Either way, we're gonna be playing this game, dude, and I'm excited.
Yeah, whatever happens, the game's going to be a success. I really do. I just think that let's not.
You know what I'm looking
not,
forward to, Melderon? Yeah. So you know how we're so caught up in this petty ass drama right now? We're like, yo, we're like the Gossip Girls right now. But like, I'm thinking when the game comes out,
yeah,
I'm gonna give so little of a fuck of anything. I just want to play the game. You know what I mean? That's gonna be sweet. Like we're just gonna be playing. Like no one's gonna care about what Blizzard tweets out here.
I know.
Or whatever.
We just been in this fight for a long time, dude. It's getting close, and we just want to make sure it's done right. That's all. But yeah, I agree.
Once the game comes out, we're gonna tune out to all the noise. You know what I mean? All the noise is gonna just be totally irrelevant.
Yeah,
absolutely,
exactly. No matter what's gonna matter is our fucking keep playing together, having a fucking
no joke.
Going on classicwow.live, making fucking PvP tournaments. I can't wait to raid. I can't wait. Like phase 1 for me, I fucking love phase 1. I love gearing my pre-stuff. I love getting my pre-raid best in slot. I love fucking doing the endgame dungeons. I love leveling up. I can't fucking wait, dude.
No joke,
it's gonna
man.
be so much fucking fun.
Me too.
Boys.
Are you?
Together,
I have a feeling you're gonna get the 60. All of us are gonna get the 60 pretty fast. Are you gonna go kill the opposing faction's quest givers?
Hell fucking yeah.
Of course. I have the link to the straw poll Papa Moon sent. So
oh, okay.
Oh, you do?
In the chat.
Yeah.
Okay, put it in the chat. Yeah, put it in the chat. Go for it.
Yeah.
Spam it a couple times. What is it? Give us some context.
It's something about.
what's the play?
But it's Alliance only.
Oh, what
God.
the hell?
Alliance only.
What is this shit?
Let me see. I'll put it.
Well, if I had to choose,
well, that's easy for me. Yeah.
Probably dwarf male, or depending on my class. I like dwarf. I'm gonna say dwarf.
It's supposed to be for a warrior, I suppose.
For a warrior.
He's going to be the main tank.
Let me see, dude. What does it say?
I definitely want to do human male.
What to play? Human male, human female. Well, there's no class here. You just have to choose based on the stats and everything.
For a warrior. For a warrior.
For a warrior. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna go with all classes. I'm gonna assume out of all the Alliance classes, I'm either gonna play human male or dwarf male. Dwarves have grown on me a lot, guys. It's like one of those races that grow on you over time. When you're a new player and you see the dwarf, it looks kind of maybe like ugly to you. Some people would think that, you know, but
Kingston,
can I get a birthday shout
happy
out?
fucking
It's
birthday,
this
brother!
Monday.
Can he get a shout out? His birthday is this Monday. Happy birthday, Kingston! Absolutely, brother.
Yo,
happy
birthday! Is that €2?
birthday.
That's euros, right, or pounds?
No, that's pounds.
£2,
Oh,
yeah.
damn it, bro.
Pound looks like an L. Pound looks like an L.
Happy,
You looks like an E.
happy ding
Thank
day,
you,
brother.
£2, mate. Thank you for the
ding day.
quid. Let me see. We got another one.
STFU
Oh.
for the Alliance.
Papa Moon with the vibe, man. Dude,
Shut the fuck up for you.
I think dwarves are kind of cool, though, man.
Dwarves
I like
definitely grow on me.
human
Okay,
males,
dwarves
honestly.
grow on me.
It's probably boring, but human males, they have good. Their move Their movements are great. Their animations are great.
Looks like
There's
they have a
only
stick up
one.
their ass.
I will only ever play human male, and if I play once, I love the dance. I love the jokes.
The
I love
dances, the jokes,
yeah.
indeed.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever make a
Cover
character
me.
in a game that looks like you? Like you try to make it.
Are you
Oh,
serious?
you've never seen Super Plate
Are
Brothers,
you
have you?
serious, Cargos?
Super Play Brothers.
Because
indeed.
Melderon's character looks 100% like him.
No,
Not
really?
even a fucking joke. Hold on, I
Hold
have
up,
funny, dude.
pull it up.
That's funny.
I have
I sometimes do that for real. Like I don't see a lot of people would be like, dude, you're playing a fantasy game. Like play something like an elf or an orc or something. I mean, I like orcs; they look really cool, but I don't really see a problem
I'm
playing
gonna
a human.
send you
man.
something, Cargo. I'm gonna put it in the group chat. That is literally a cross section of my face and my character's face.
It does look like him. All right, let me pull it up. Oh my god, dude! That should be like on your mixtape, dude. This should be your mixtape.
That's what I told him, bro. It's so fucking crazy. It looks so much
Shit,
alike.
I took out your faces. Okay, you guys can see that, right? That is funny, man.
Look at that.
That should be on your mixtape, man. They should blend into each other and call it like
funny.
PhD. Like your WoW mixtape. That's funny, man.
Oh my god, dude.
It doesn't. His mustache continues perfectly over.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
literally
And his
identical.
lips.
Yeah.
And his lips, dude. That is really epic right there. Let me
Dude,
see.
you know how many times I'd be playing with Melderon and joking around, and I'm like, wait, how the fuck did you get your image in the fucking game? Like, it's scary sometimes. It's fucking scary.
Are the human eyebrows that bushy? Is that
Yeah,
Bliss
really
like?
big, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, they got some bushy ass eyebrows right there.
I know,
They
dude.
need to get some threading done, man. Holy moly.
Dude,
Hello, man,
looks
Melderon is
looks
actually part of the
100% like
game.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
He really is.
That is funny, dude.
So my brother was like, "You got to take a picture of yourself and like cross section it with your characters." I did it, and I was like, "Wow, it is pretty similar."
We used to talk about all the time in the fucking Super Play Brothers episodes.
What did Def Camps look like? Did he try to make it look like him too?
Kinda, yeah. He has like long hair. Hold on, where's my get a picture?
You guys gonna do it again in
Oh,
Classic?
fucking A, dude.
Yeah,
Of
we'll
course.
do it on your server
Yeah,
probably.
we're gonna do it on your server.
That's awesome.
Alliance Alt. I'm going Pally, dude.
Hold on. Do
everyone
you have a
should.
picture of my guy, Phil, or no?
What's
Let me
that?
see. Do you have a picture of my guy?
Oh, let me see. Yeah, Def Camp's character, not as similar.
Yeah, it's not
By
as
the way,
similar, but I love the Christmas. Remember the one we did for that? Oh, hold on. I think I have that actually.
Yeah, I have it right here.
Yeah.
By the way, one of the best things of a human warrior is, in my opinion, the animation before you attack. Like if you go into combat, but you don't.
Yeah, like the
Start
ready
yet?
animation.
Yeah, the ready animation. I
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
show that one. The one we did for.
Except you guys don't have goatees though.
No, I know, but that that was the one we did for Christmas. It was so
That
funny.
is funny, man. Super Plate Bros. You trolls. You photoshopped the Christmas hats on there.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah, we used to have a lot of fun.
All right, let's do another forum topic, man.
Dude, I called the same
Yeah.
thing, Meg. I called the same thing. My brother has a reverse Hitler. It's so funny. He has no hair in the middle of his, like, underneath his nose. I call the same thing, dude.
Does it not grow there or what?
Literally, it just, I don't fucking know, man.
No, you
That's
have
how
it, bro. I see it. You have some stash, right? Oh no, the very middle,
Yeah. It's a reverse
bruh. What happened there? Did you put some of that cream on it or something?
I got burnt right here, and it doesn't grow.
It looks like you can grow facial hair. It's just that one spot, man.
Just
Did you
that
get
one
burned
spot.
there or
Yeah,
something?
no, it's I hate Hitler that much that I grow hair right here. That's what happened. Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
dude.
Shall we?
God,
so
shall
good.
we move into the Fury?
Yeah.
tankings?
How much time do we
We'll
have?
do one more. We'll do one more forum post.
All right. Okay.
One
All
more.
right.
All right,
Okay,
all
Fury
right.
tanking.
Yeah.
Fury
Yeah, I'm gonna
tanking.
stream right after. Well, I'm gonna take about a half hour break. Stream.
It's slide number 20.
20.
Yeah.
Okay. Why isn't the tank wearing a shield? Fury prop build explain. You
Oh,
want
Scarm's video? Yeah.
Yeah. We can talk
Oh,
about this.
nice.
It sounds counterintuitive, right? A lot of stuff in vanilla you come full circle on. Like, you really do. I would just leave it at that. There's a lot of things that you initially think a certain race or spec or whatever is the best, and then you investigate further and try it out, and you come full circle and you have the opposite opinion like 3 months later. It's crazy. But anybody want to start this?
Well, I don't really know too much about it, but first things first, I think it's really interesting that there are still new builds being developed after 14 years, even 14 years of private servers. So it's not the only new build. I think we mentioned before we have the Spell Power Paladin and Hunter. So that's really cool. On the other hand, I rather have a tank wearing a shield. I think that's more fitting to the game. So that's. Yeah.
I'll chime in. So, like, if you're doing progression raiding, you don't have a full set of raid gear on, you're in Molten Core for the first time, or if you're a new group raiding together for the first time, you may want to opt for the non-Fury Defiance build. It's just more of a standard, standard build, and you have a sword and board, and that prevents you. You can pretty much on demand through shield block prevent yourself from getting crit and crushed at critical times. This is usually what people roll out with when it comes to progression raiding. But as soon as stuff starts to get on farms, starts to get a little bit easier, you get a little bit of raid gear on you. You can switch over to Fury Defiance. So Fury Defiance is you're pretty much a Fury Warrior, man. Like you're dual wielding. You're not wearing a shield. You're able to get crit and crushed. You can swap on a shield. It's not mutually exclusive. You can throw on a shield.
Yeah, you can switch weapons in combat. So
you can switch weapons in combat, but
the idea is to get way more threat, right?
Way more threat,
and still not die because you have the gear with defense.
Especially on Horde though, because you play Alliance, right? Dunedain, so you're used to stuff like Blessing of Salvation and fights in vanilla are balanced around threat. So Horde, this is even more of an issue for them, right? Because a lot of the DPS, they want to go full Zug right off the bat, right? As soon as the fight starts, they just want to start going.
Especially with Windfury.
Especially with Windfury, man, and like. Those first few seconds of the fight are the most dangerous. It's the most unstable time. So if you're dual wielding, not only are you putting out more threat in aggregate, but you have more stuff connecting with the boss. You have 2 weapons connecting with the boss. You have Bloodthirst as an instant cast, connecting with the boss. So it stabilizes it a lot, and you can push out a lot more threat that way and allow for your DPS to go a little bit harder. And the meta of tanking has evolved in this way. So, maybe originally people were thinking like Tauren, best warrior, most health, like they're going to be fantastic tanks, and they still potentially are. But now you're seeing stuff that a few years ago people would never have thought of troll tanks as the best tank on the Horde side. Now people are like
for
troll tanks, berserking, and they're even on the private servers, they're starting the health. They're starting the fight with low health so they can get additional haste from berserking. They're sitting down to get crit by the boss to get to proc stuff. Like it's gotten really, really crazy. I'm talking too much though. Anybody want to chime in? Sorry.
No, I think you covered it really, really well, dude. I mean, that's exactly. It's a min-maxy way of thinking about tanking. It's not protection tanking; it's fury tanking, right? And it's really cool, and I think it's great. I don't think it's going to be viable for most guilds. This is a pretty high-end thing. You not only does your tank need to know what he's doing, your healers need to know how to heal differently because the damage is going to be becoming a lot spikier. And your DPS has to be a little bit more cautious about their threat if something does happen to the tank or something like that. So there's a lot more. Your whole raid needs to be involved more, not just the tank. So I think that's another thing we have to talk about. Is like this is a very high end thing, right?
Right.
I think in Classic, you're still going to see a lot of prot warriors.
Does this open the door for like retribution tanks with the 2-hander to make more threat?
I mean, potentially. It's potentially. Maybe. What I will say is so previously, right? And I'm speaking mainly on bear tanks. I've said this a million times. I'll touch on it in 30 seconds. The main thing that I always thought, the little nugget I would snap back to when people would say, why aren't bear tanks capable of being main tanks? And it's because they're able to be crit and crushed. They're able to be crit and crushed. They don't have shields. They're able to be crit and crushed, and that was the main thing that you always just heard, like spit out, regurgitated. But if the meta of tanking is evolving in a way where we're at the highest end of gameplay, people are dual wielding, and they're able to be crit and crushed. They don't have a shield on, right? Then that makes to me bear tanks more viable. And the way people have always spieled or pitched bear tanks to me is that they're like a warrior in full threat gear, except you're distributing loot a lot more like elegantly. A lot of the leather pieces that are dropping are actually going to something productive as opposed to gearing up a bunch of warriors at the same time. And the multiplicative threat table, they put out some insane threat. And if you were to walk up to a boss and crit the maul on the boss, it's one of the most explosive threat openers you could possibly have. The main issue with bear tanks though is that they're not dual wielding. they're limited to that bear swing and maul and stuff, right? So if you miss a couple mauls, you could be in bad shape, as opposed to a Fury Warrior with multiple stuff connecting at the same time. So the pull's a little bit more sketchy. But mechanically, can bear tanks be a main tank? Sure, they could be a main tank. You know, at the very highest end of gameplay, you know, maybe they wouldn't be the optimal selection, but this makes a stronger case for bear tanks, and I have yet to explore the paladin implications of it.
I would say, because more threat is basically the problem for a paladin, right? They have multiple problems. They use mana, so the resource that can go out. You know what I mean. But basically, they have no taunt, so if they do aggro with the two-hander, for example, they might be okay.
Yeah, plus a lot of bosses are taunt resistant anyway, so
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
It might be possible. But yeah, I'm working on something with Caprafin right now, and even some shamans can tank raid bosses.
I can't wait
believe
to
it or
I
not.
can't wait for that.
So, bro. We got to make that happen.
Yeah.
Melderon tanking with power infusions.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's actually one of the bigger buffs that you can use as a shaman tank, especially for threat generation with Earthshock. The problem is, though, with the biggest issue with shamans in endgame that are not enhancement is nature resistance, dude.
Yeah.
It's a huge problem.
Oh, and AQ especially.
Problem. Well, a lot of bosses have NR, and there's no curse. Curse of Elements doesn't help us. There's no debuff in the game that unless you have Spell Pen on your gear, that's it. That's the only thing that can help nature resistance. So, but yeah, what are you gonna do? So I don't know, boys. We can probably close it. We got a couple. So announcement. Starting a new gig to Monday. It's a 9 to 5 job. So if you are quick at thinking, you'll realize that we do GMA at like 2 or 3. So we're trying to think about what we're going to do. There's a few options. We could essentially get guests in every week. We could move it to a weekend. I don't know. We're thinking about it.
Yeah.
We're mulling it around.
Yeah, we want to keep the show going for you guys, and if we...
we're actually,
Sorry?
I'm sorry, we're definitely going to keep going. It's just that we need to figure out what we're... Yeah,
I don't have an issue at all whether what you guys decide. You know, having a guest every week would be interesting. Maybe like every while I can jump in again. Something like that.
Losing Melderon would be a big deal, man. It would be a big deal on the weekly. But,
I would like to have you in at least half of the episodes.
Yeah, like maybe every other week we'll do the weekend, and then
every other week we do it in the week with a guest.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of people that want to be on the show. I know that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we have a lot of content creators that want to jump on board and talk. So, and I think that would be interesting to have a different voice every once in a while.
First of all, congratulations to Melderon, guys. Chat, can we give this man a round of applause? He finished his PhD and he got a job at Penn, dude? That's sick, bro.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Like, it's going to suck not having you on as much, but that is a massive win for Melderon IRL, man. That is super legit, man. Congrats, dude.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Big ups. So yeah, we're still figuring that stuff out. Also, again, guys, I'm getting married next Sunday. If any of you guys are in the Bay Area, if you're in California, that Saturday before I get married, Saturday night, we'll probably be at a beer garden hanging out. There's gonna be good people, like a lot of people just coming in, floating. People have different plans and stuff. But if you want to come by, man, you want to say hello. If you're in the Bay Area, just DM me on Discord. There's a good amount of people from the Classic WoW, scene that want to show up and say hi and stuff like that, and see the hunter in action. So let me know.
That's awesome. Congratulations,
soon to be Warlock.
Cargos, man. I can't wait to see it. And what Vomp just said, very important, guys. Vomp just sent $10. Let's not forget Mom tomorrow,
without
fellas.
We
Without
wouldn't
her,
be here to play this
wouldn't
game.
be here to play this game.
That's right.
Exactly.
I couldn't be doing what I'm doing right now if it wasn't for my mom, dude. My mom is a legend.
I'm going to be streaming in about a half hour, guys. So if you want to come check it out on Discord or YouTube, I just put the links in there. What's that?
Twitch or YouTube.
Twitch or YouTube. I just put links in the chat, so I'll be streaming probably around like a little bit after 4. I just got to get something to eat, and I'll be right back to stream. So you'll have me for the rest of the night, boys.
I will definitely come and hang out in your
Sweet.
It's always nice. Yeah. If you want to see the older episodes of the show, you can find them on my channel. I will link it again soon. You can find it on classicwow.live, and you can find it on iTunes. What else, Melderon?
It's also on Death Camp Melderon. podcasts. So if you search Def Camp Melder on
I have
TV or
gotten
Def
approval
Talk,
from
either one
my
of those
wife
things,
to grind
on any
R14.
podcast system, you'll
Make
find
sure
GMA
you guys
episodes on
get
there as
your
well.
hall
And it's also in the
passports.
classicwow.live
Everyone
YouTube
guess
channel.
WoW
And also,
Classic
guys, don't forget
subcamp.
to head over to classicwow.live. If you haven't yet, make an account, go in the forums, check out what we have over there and the tools that we're building. So definitely check that
Absolutely.
out as well.
Jello with the $5 real quick. I've gotten approval to get the hall pass for Classic WoW. You need to call it. Yeah, you need to redeem those hall passes right now, guys. Best game of all time is coming back. Thanks for the 5, man. I got mine.
And just a last shout out: if you want to be in the most awesome Alliance guild, just come and join me.
EU, though,
EU, indeed.
from that side of the world. Absolutely. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here. We'll see you next week, hopefully with Melderon. We'll see what happens, though. Thanks for all the continued support. We're 1 week closer.
And I got a job, Izzy. Sorry.
Yeah.
yeah. All right.
I'll see you guys in about a half hour. So
Yeah, Def Camp streaming. Go help him. Go support him, guys. See you later, man. See you next week. Peace
Appreciate
out.
it. See you
Peace.
guys. Peace.